everybody, and welcome to a boop a doop a doop. Okay, so my hair's all wet right now. I feel like it looks weird. Anywho, it'll dry out. Anyway, so as someone just asked in chat, is today the day of buying butt plug? I ditched the fairing, so it doesn't really look like that anymore. But yes. Hey, Roach, I was hoping you'd be here for this. Alright, so let's see how much I think I ditched a little bit of the weight on this thing. 2,000 tons. Or 1,993 tons. Yes, it is I did ditch some weight on this to try to get this because oh, here we go. Oh wow. Oh wait, no. This is the one I'm looking at right here. This was 1.03 before, now it's 1.06. So ditching the fairing. What is this rocket for here? I'll pop up to the top here because it's top dead. You can't really tell what it is unless you kind of go from the top down. I'll pop back over here. Okay, so this is basically this section right here is what we're working with. This is an interplanetary drive right here. It's got a pair of Wolfhound engines in there with about 6,000 delta V of thrust for this to get it between planets. It is a lander that is designed to mine. It's got miners on it. Mine for ore and service the interplanetary spaceship by refueling it without having to return to Kerbal. And it is manned. It's got a pilot and a engineer on it because I believe that these everything's more efficient if you have an engineer with them. So it's got a fuel processing facility there, and then the top right here there's a decoupler. This top part pops off, and the top part is a reusable ScanSat. So this would, in theory, what we would do is we would get to where we want to be, then we would pop the top off, and get this guy in a polar orbit. He would scan for ore. This part would go down, mine for ore, and pop back up. And then what it can do is refuel the spacecraft and send her on her way. Then it could probably do that again, refuel its own engine section, and follow her along. Is there a realistic geology to the PlanetSat's moon you explore? It's pretty limited. It's pretty limited. But the rocket to get this is 2,000 tons. Oh, and it's you can't even see the whole thing. The entire upper stage wasn't a fairing before, but it was too heavy. That fairing was too heavy. So yeah, to get it off the ground, there's about a few engines on this bad boy. There is about a few engines. Good morning, Ben. Hello, Eagle. And I did figure out, because I was trying to launch this yesterday, and I did figure out there was a problem. And the problem I had was that one of my booster sections was clipping through this part right here where it kind of flares outwards. And the fuel was flowing through the side of the tank and into the engine. So what was happening, it was only happening on one side. Even though they were asymmetric, it was only happening on one side. And it was pulling fuel out of one of the boosters to power these like F1 engines, these 5 engines in here, so that by the time the boosters were supposed to be used, we had asymmetric weight because one fuel tank was empty, and asymmetric thrust because one fuel tank was empty. The crew gun together. I would also like to point out, I know this is a stupid design, and it would be far simpler to launch this in 2 to 3 sections, assemble it in orbit. It would be cheaper, it would be easier, it would be less time consuming. But I've gone down, this is what I said. I said this yesterday, I said it on Twitter. I've gone down a path and I'm going to see it through. Everything's auto strutted and regular strutted. You can see there's struts everywhere. Make sure the crew's in this. Oh! Off screen, accidentally killed 2 Kerbals. It was Sam Lorf and whatever engineer I had in there. Funny story, tragic story, funny story. I had done another test, knowing that it would fail. And what I had done is I had just popped open all of these, while I was launching, just so I could see where the fuel was like leaking out of. And so the test, it got up to like 9,000 meters or something like that, and I aborted it as planned, landed it safely, and then what happened was this section right here hit the ground next to me, which was fine, then bounced 3,000 meters up into the air, and I was sitting like this watching it, so I had the camera panned, you know, as far up as I possibly could, and I was just watching it go up and come down. And when you're, you know, when you're in the game and you're panned up like that, you can't see your own ship. It kind of pans past it. And so I'm sitting there just watching. I was like, wow, I can't believe a full fuel tank just bounced 3,000 meters up into the air. 10,000 feet just bounced off the ground straight up. And then it came down and it was getting closer and it was getting closer and it was getting closer. I was so enthralled with it, I forgot that, like, I had a ship there. And it went wham! Slammed right down on top of the ship and killed the crew. Because I basically got distracted by a shiny object. How does this only cost $500,000? I don't know. I built the thing. It's not anything. That's just the cost. That's the aggregate cost of all the added parts together. It doesn't have anything particularly expensive on it. It's just a lot of parts. And it weighs 2,000 tons. Like, none of these, like nothing from, is, like, really expensive, because it's got a lot of, like, base and stock parts in it. Nothing crazy in there. So, I think we're ready to go, so why don't we go ahead and, diddly the doodly here. So, let's give this one final save. Oh, and it, like I said before, it did have a fairing, but, in my testing yesterday, I was going so slow through the atmosphere that the fairing didn't really matter that much, so I just ditched to get rid of the weight. Oh no, this cannot get out. This does not fit in the hangar. It definitely does not fit in the hangar. Okay, spectacles, testicles, wallet, or watch. And I'm gonna launch it like right away because I'm a little afeared of the floop of it just going on the launch pad. And we do have enough money for a couple failures. Again, I mean, we failed 3 times yesterday. That was 1.5 million. Okay, come on. Actually, it's pretty stable. Just kind of standing there. All right, not bad, not bad. I'm a little surprised. It's just kind of hanging out on the launch pad. This is fine. It's beautiful. Definitely taller than the construction facility. Oh, I spent, what was it? It was like 700,000 or something to upgrade this. Because this is slightly more than 255 parts, I believe, which was the max before upgrading it. And most of those extra parts I needed was just struts. Okay. Whew. It's stably, I don't know, stably sitting on the launch pad. Dunley and Aiden seem pretty happy about their lot in life here. So, oh, and, because it's super cute, I want to show you this. This is the ScanSat section. Whip! Oh, I love that. That's purely cosmetic, but it's cute. And that's set up on an action group, so I can turn it on and off. I love that. I love that part. But let's go ahead and aim the camera in the middle here so we can kind of see the whole thing. Maybe a little bit higher. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, here we go. Whoo! Yeah! It's working! It's beautiful! Now let's hope that we don't bomb the facility and blow something up. Look at the look how big the shadow is. That's not phallic at all. That also looks pretty dirty because it looks like it's heading right for the facility. And wait for it. Wait for it. Ah, yeah. I mean, speed's pretty good so far. That was the problem before, is we couldn't get enough speed to kind of crawl through the lower part of the atmosphere. All right. Now, this is an important part right here, the first staging. Because this is when the solid rocket boosters pop off. Alright, some of them hit each other, but we're still gaining speed. These are all mainsail engines this time. So far, so good. 200 meters per second. If anything, we're going a little faster than I wanted. Let's go ahead and slow that down a little bit. Oh, you know what? I turned the volume way down yesterday, so you turn that back up. There we go. I was about to say, why can't I hear anything? So I turned the volume way. I was watching Critical Role Season 2 yesterday, and I was like, I want to listen to what's going on, and I also want to launch my rockets. All right. First stage. This is dangerous because these need to be able to push away. First stage, or this is technically the second stage. Safe. 16,000 meters. All right. I'm gonna go full. I'm gonna try to gravity turn this bad boy. I wasn't exactly planning on this, but I'm gonna try. We've got a lot of thrust on this, and we're pretty high up in the atmosphere. I'm gonna try to get a gravity turn in. And then pretty soon we'll be able to just, we're almost through the thickest part of the atmosphere. Pretty soon we'll just be able to kind of thrust up. Not bad, not bad. So far, so good. So far, so good. Yeah, that second stage, the first and the second stage was where the problem was yesterday. There's a problem with fuel flow into the first section of boosters, and into and out of the first section of boosters, and one was dead by the time we actually activated it, which was not what we wanted. All right. Looks like we're getting close to stage 3. Go. Perfect. How's the Still a little too low, but we actually did get a bit of a gravity turn in there, which is delightful. I'm gonna go ahead and just thrust up full. We're about to ditch. Well, soon we'll ditch our last booster stage. We're actually gonna. This is the first time it's gonna make it out of the atmosphere. Oh no! Oh, I was about to say, oh shoot, we forgot something, but I don't think we did. I honestly thought I forgot solar panels for a second, but no, they're right there, and right there. Good, pretty good. Let's go ahead and push this over a little bit more. Who said it was gonna flip? Who said it was gonna flip? And Roach, you sir, Mr. Little Faith. Little faith in my rocket designs. It only failed 4 times. And I was right about the fairing. We weren't going fast enough for the fairing to really matter. We even still got a little bit of fuel in the boosters here, which is delightful. And then we're gonna have this, and we're actually gonna have way more fuel than I think. We're gonna be moving with this section for a while. It didn't flip, but there will be more launches. No, we're fine. We're not gonna need a. This will be the last time we need to launch this, I think. If I had the money, would I take a ride on Blue Origin's suborbital rocket? Oh yeah. Easy choice there. Fuck yes. If I could convince Leah to do it, I'd sign up to be one of those couples that goes to Mars. Although the latency is probably pretty bad there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these on so I can actually get this guy moving in the correct direction. Wasn't exactly designed to be doing its orbital burn with these on it, but we're fine. Mars 1 project, yeah. I remember a while back they were like they had applications open for couples interested in signing up for like a Mars colony. Leah, do you want to move to Mars? Oh, she said yeah. Well, there you go.
At least it'll be cooler in Mars. And we won't have to worry about hurricanes.
Oh, well, a while back there was a yeah, Rochi's here. There was a thingy. People were signing up. A company was signing up couples to participate in a Mars colony. Yeah. And apparently Roche said it was a scam. They were just trying to scam people out of investment money for.
Exponent has a good idea. Penny would like
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I just want to agree with that Exponent. Hi. Do you have anything to tell me? Because if you do, send me a DM.
Guys, I fucked up. What'd I just blow up? What'd I just blow up? I wasn't paying attention. I staged too early. Leah distracted me.
Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you.
Our forecast, and he's like, "Oh, it doesn't look too bad for Orlando on Tuesday. Hurricane conditions possible."
I actually think it's okay. I don't see any guys. I don't see any damage. I don't see any damage.
Should I not distract you?
No, you're fine. Ah! She's biting me.
I like that one dude looks terrified, and the other
other's
one's
like,
like,
"Ah!"
that would be me and you. That would be like,
oh
so
no,
much fun.
no.
I'm sitting there going, no.
We did. There is damage.
I feel like this is gonna be me and you on the plane in March, Ben.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There is damage. We're gonna have to. There's only one little problem, but it is damage. Right there. That was my fault. That's my bad.
That's definitely me and you in March. Yeah, I'm so happy, and I'm sitting there like, fuck.
All right, we're gonna have to deorbit this bad boy, and let it come back down because yeah, a little premature stagulation there, and we blew up that's the only damage I can see though. That's the only damage I can see on this bad boy. So let's go ahead and just get rid of the booty here because we don't need that anymore.
Booty.
And let's set this to, if we burn all the engines, here, what we'll do is we'll turn on all the engines except for that one. Let's activate. Well, if you guys didn't want to see explosions, you shouldn't have come here. Oh my. Go out like a legend. Yeah, there you go, Roach. Let's set this to retrograde to surface. And what we'll do is we'll just slow ourselves down as much as possible. This isn't exactly designed to re-enter Kerbin's atmosphere from at an orbital velocity, or at least a suborbital velocity. But we should have enough thrust to slow ourselves down to it not being an issue. So we'll just, you know, go ahead and land this bad boy. And we'll do another launch. We'll do another launch. Shame that we have to do another launch, but that was my fault. That was my fault. The Wolfhounds aren't gonna do too much in terms of slowing us down in an atmosphere, but these guys would. And we just have to make sure we slow ourselves down enough to not burn up, which I think we're okay. So what are we blowing up today? Oh, you just missed it. I accidentally staged too early. One of my booster engines flew up and knocked an engine bell off. Oh yeah, there's still time for things to get worse. We're not going that fast in terms of, you know, deorbiting a spacecraft, but Maybe we put the legs down. We could use them as aero brakes. Slow ourselves down a little bit more with the booties. I am a little nervous now that we're not going to slow down enough to be able to deploy the drogue chutes. Because, yeah, that number is not really changing very fast. Uh-oh. The astronauts are right there. Yeah, oh, yeah, we're at 12,000 meters and we're still going 10,000 meters per second. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Guys. 7,000. We're not going slow enough yet. 600. How fast do we need? How slow do we need to go to deploy the drogue chutes? How slow do we need to go to deploy the drogue chutes? Drogue chutes! No, the other part. I want to see the other part. Oh. As much thrust as possible. Okay. Oh. It's okay. It's okay. We'll be okay. Just, whoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That was hairy. Oh my. Oh my God. The Barrow White. Thanks for the diddly. Wait, what? What, that killed them? The water did them in? Ah, God damn it. Yesterday, we hit the ground going twice that speed 3 separate times and they were fine. Yesterday, we hit the land going like 25 meters per second. Oh, man. Well, I mean, they didn't have any experience, so whatever. Although most of the spaceship was destroyed. Sad. Alright, time to hire 2 more. I can't believe that actually killed them. I hit the land at 27 meters per second yesterday 3 separate times, and they were fine.
Shameful display!
I had one rocket fall over on the launch pad, and the whole thing exploded, and they just rolled away, and they were fine. That killed them. Oh. Shame for display. Everything else is fine. It's just a reset the. Oh, you know what we need to do? I need to hire some Kerbals. Alrighty, to the diddly. I haven't killed Kerbals on screen in quite a while. Alright, let's see. We need an engineer. Ragar, I like that name. And we got Hilly. We got Reachdo. Millenny. Barman. Kelgan. There we go, Kelgan. Does the game simulate rapid cooling of engines by water? No. The water really doesn't have any effect on gameplay. Other than if you're trying to splash down in it. Indicturian! 4 months in a row, thank you very much. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We're running out of money, but this is fine. I think this is probably the last time we're gonna get to launch this. Well, technically we can launch it 2 more times before we're dead broke. But 1 more time to have a little wiggle room to run some more missions. And, yeah. Okay, this is, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Everything else worked fine. So let's try it again. The only problem with it was user error. User error. I staged too early and blew off an engine bell. And in retrospect, it could have been a smarter idea to just continue the mission and disable the opposite engine to keep how did the mega dildo fly? Well, this is the mega dildo. I just took off the fairing because it was unnecessary to the. Wait, there's nobody in this? I thought it would auto fill them in. No, there's nobody in that. We got to go back. We actually have to put a crew in this. Beep, 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 beep. Also, check the missions. I don't have any active missions right now. I gotta do one of these captures at some point. That sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Plant a flag on Eve. That's a one-way mission. Like, god damn it, plant a flag on the moon. I've done this mission, and I've done this one several times. I've done this one several times as well. They just keep popping on here. Nothing terribly interesting in there. Okay, so this time let's put a crew in it. Well, everything did work. In theory. In theory. And if anything, I could probably use a slightly smaller amount of thrust early in the launch. I think that'd probably be a little bit more fuel efficient. Watch the whole thing just go ka-chung flip. When's the hurricane party? Actually, this morning we heard that the hurricane kind of changed path, and it might be just skirting the coastline, so we might be perfectly fine. All right, the Spectacles, Testicles, Wallet, and Watch. We're gonna go to 100% thrust, and then we're just gonna knock it down a little bit and see if that goes. Yeah, there we go. Still accelerating. Something I hope that exists in Kerbal Space Program 2 is a little bit more to do on the ground, a little bit more of the support structures. So up to a category 4. Yep. But as it stands, I mean, there's still plenty of time for it to change fucking course again. But as it stands right now, it looks like we're not going to get like the worst of it. We're at like 90% thrust. Probably get some high winds. Well, high-ish winds and a fair bit of rain. Hey, Zebius. Zerberus. There we go. Zerbius. I'm gonna get it right one of these days. Thanks for the cheer. Alright. This part worked fine last time. Get rid of the solid rocket boosters. We're at about 150. That's pretty good. Nice. All is well. All is well. They got us up to about 4,000 meters. Zerbius. That's it. That's got to be it. Zerbius. Worried about Starship Mark II? Don't think it can survive a hurricane? Probably not. It's not exactly. It's not exactly built to be hit by a hurricane, but no rockets are built to be hit by a hurricane. Part of me thinks that maybe I'm too nervous to do my gravity turn earlier. But what I am going to do is slow again, thrust down a little bit, so we're not spending it. We're a little bit more fuel efficient in the lower section of the diddly here. First one. A little bit more thrust. I want to make sure we're still accelerating. We built a rocket this size just to get a Kerbal space station into a polar orbit. Well, if you're trying to do the whole thing in one go, yeah. We're doing good. Lost its nose section due to wind damage, but they did the launch anyway. Oh, that's the other side of the coin, is it's designed to be, you know, made out of cheap replaceable parts. Alright, I'm gonna start turning us over now. I feel like it's a little safer to do it now. Again, basically trying to keep the speed down through the thicker part of the atmosphere. Looking, it's not bad, not bad at all. Get that horizontal diddly doodling. Hey, stop! You're wiggling your butt at me during the same part of the launch. She's distracting me again. Okay, all right, this is going well. This time we have to remember to actually wait for the engines to burn out before hitting the stage button. It's remarkably stable on the launch because it's so heavy, we're going pretty slow. So it's not like there's huge wind, you know, aerodynamic factors on it like in some of my other launches. Hi, Penelope. Who's the big dog? Little Patty Big Butt. I think what we'll do is we'll burn up to about 75. Cut the engines. Hi, sweetie pie. Hang on. Did you want to come say hi? You do? Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, she's drinking coffee. No, we don't need that. Puppies don't need coffee. Puppies don't need coffee. Yeah, that's a big girl. Kid is watching Power Rangers on Netflix. I thought it was bad back in the day, but oh my god, kill me. Is it really work? Because I remember watching it as a kid. And it wasn't, I mean, it was bad, obviously, but if it's worse, yeah, it's a good dog. Petty cam, hang on, pup cam, oh, thank you. Yeah, we gotta scrooge back for the proper petty cam. What you doing? See, this is the spot right here. You gotta scritch her butt, and then her face breaks. She does this. Well, her tongue goes all blippy. It's way worse now. Big girl. Who's that big girl? Who's that big girl? Yeah, you are. She always wants to say hi. She usually wants to say hi within the first hour of a stream. She always pops on by. That's one big lapdog right there. Look at all this floof. Hey, look at all your floof. What do you got so much floof for? Hey, what is this? You got that big old head. Oh! Oh! We knocked over the green screen. We knocked over the entire green screen. Okay. Let's go. Let's return. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Resume flight. Boy, does it not want to move its big old booty around by itself. But then again, it is a couple reaction control wheels trying to move this. And it has legs and pants. Yes, I joke about not wearing pants while I'm streaming. Sometimes. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and tweak the engines just a little bit to get that gimbal helping us out. Alright, yeah. Whoop! Let's get going. I just saw those numbers fluctuating really wildly by like several hundred. This time, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck... Wait, is this one gonna run out for... Oh, yeah. It looks like this... Because these ones are not actually attached together. Okay, that's a slight issue, but not a huge issue. There, we gotta nose up a little. Not burning hard enough. Yeah. But we should still be okay. We almost got the speed we need. Yeah, so that's a small issue right there, but not the end of the world. So we'll wait till these burn out, and then we'll just we'll get rid of the whole ass end here. Of course, his legs are just very short legs. You shut up, sir. Well, we almost got the velocity. So we'll get rid of this now. Then we get rid of that. And I might actually turn these on as well, which I believe I have set up. Well, hope I didn't fuck this up. There we go. I was about to say, let's hope I didn't screw this up and put on the wrong doodles there. No, that's right. I had that set up in an action group, but I couldn't remember which one. I just want to make sure that we're actually on our apoapsis, and then I'll just go ahead and turn those off. And we'll just use the Wolfhound from there, because that's more efficient. 5-6, thank you very much. So this is the whole thing. This is the part that's supposed to be moving around. Did you miss Pennycam? You did miss Pennycam. And orbit. It's in orbit. We've 4 people died, and it what was it? 5 failed launches. 1 due to user error, but it's flying. Ah. It's flying. And it's got plenty of Delta V. So, in theory, all what we should do is send this bad boy to Eve and meet up with the Penelope. How tall is that in meters? All of them.
Made it.
Thanks, Two-Dog. Yes, we did. Okay, I have no idea where Eve is right now. If it's in a good position to actually try to... No! It is not. It is on the other side of the solar system. Yeah. Okay, so, this is fine. So we're gonna need to wait. Can I, oh, do I need to raise my orbit up? I need to raise my orbit up before it'll let me warp faster. That's fine, though. It should be pretty controllable from this point on, though. It's a little logy. Oh, you know what we should also do is make sure these bad boys are out. Mission to Eve? Yeah. We're going to Eve. We've already got 4 people over there, and this is basically a resupply mission, as it were. There we go. Not bad. Oh. Let's raise this up to... I think it needs to be above, like, 150 or something. Let's bring it up to 200,000. Let's bring our orbit up to 200,000, and then we'll wait for a good position for Eve. So the plan is to send this to Eve, and then We are going to land it on Gilly. Kind of. We're going to bounce around on Gilly. We're going to mine some ore from Gilly. We are going to bring that ore to the spacecraft we've already got over there. Then we are going to, and we'll refuel her. And then everybody's going to Jool. But who resupplies the resupplies? Ah, that's the rub. This does not need to be resupplied because it creates its own fuel. It has a fuel processing facility and a miner. And in a pinch, it's also got fuel cells. And if it ever needs to land on a planet with an atmosphere, it does have parachutes, which are remnants from, you know, all those failed launches. Raise our diddly up here. That's plenty of Delta V to get to Eve. And it could get there with basically nothing, and we'd still be fine. I wanted to be above 200. First time we watched The Way to Eve. Eve was well, I didn't go to Eve directly. I got to the last spacecraft got to Eve via Duna. So this is going to be my first time going to Eve directly from Kerbin. Can't wait to do my. I think we're getting pretty close to doing the modded playthrough, and I'm pretty excited to do a modded playthrough because we're definitely going to be using Roach. If you got a list of mods you suggest, just send it over to me on Discord. As one of the ones I'm 100% definitely going to be using is the life support stuff, so I can't send people up there for 20 years with a sandwich and some crackers in their pocket and they're fine. Oh, we're above 200. We're fine. Okay, so let's zoom out. So we need Eve to be way closer. And still okay. I'm just gonna do it from the tracking station. I'm just gonna do it from the tracking station. You could suggest a ton of mods based on what I want to do. I like a challenge. I need the Kerbal attachment system and the Kerbal inventory system. Okay, okay. Let's turn probes off so we, you know, let's actually turn like everything off right now. What's the Garrick 5 ship? I believe is just a space station. That needs to be reclassified. But we need Eve to be closer. I believe we want Eve to be like coming up behind us. Get the list for me. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, let me know what you use, Roach, what you think is fun. I've already got CCAN installed, so it's easy to, you know, work with a mod set. So what we're going to do is we're going to Eve, and then we're going to go to the outer solar system. We're going to go to Jool. I think we want it to be a little bit closer. All right, I think that's pretty good right there. The game's hard enough for you can't even imagine making it harder. We discussed this yesterday. I'm both a masochist because I like doing it to myself, and I'm a sadist because I like doing it to other people. I like forcing it on the Kerbins. All right, so we need to. It's probably David. It's definitely classified as technically a lander. MacJeb, help with routine burns. Yep. Small challenge or big step up? Well, this is already a pretty big. I mean, the settings I used right now are already pretty punishing by the standards of the way most people play this game. The way I play it is there's no save scrubbing. So all failures are final. I can save during a mission so that I can, you know, walk away from the computer and come back, but I can't load during a mission. Hey, Steve. All right, so let's scrooch out here.
Hello there.
Hello there. Let's just pop on a maneuver here. and see what we're looking at in terms of trying to get... Oop. Sorry, Penny. Apparently, I'm in Penny's way. We're going the wrong way. Oh, you know what? Also, the moon's in the way. So we're trying to get to Eve. Is the inclination okay? No, it's not. That's a problem too. How much challenge would I like? A lot of it. I've not tried designing a space shuttle. My spaceplane designs fail is what they do. Not bad, actually. Pam Royce, thanks for the diddly. Oh, I'm hitting... I'm like, why is this not working? I'm hitting the wrong button. Is what we want to do is we want it out that way. Oh, yeah, like that. Okay, that's not bad. We might be able to adjust the orbit a little bit. A little bit more doodle. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty close. The inclination... Oh, yeah, the inclination is the issue now. The inclination's way off. So what we're going to want to do is bring this over. Bring this down, yeah. Or am I making that worse? I'm making it worse. We need to go the other way. It might be a better idea. You know what's going to be, I think is going to be a better idea? Let's get out of the Kerbal sphere of influence. Let's just get a general burn up. We'll get out of the Kerbal sphere of influence. Then what we'll do is we'll adjust from there, I think. Because the inclination is kind of the issue right now. Like, we could get it pretty close, but the inclination's off. And it would not be easy to fix that from the position we're in. Do I add, like, mods that add immersion? Yes! I do. Let's just see how, like how close... Because ideally what we want is we want to hit it out there. Who's booping me? Oh, there's a cat down here. Why am I getting booped by a cat now? Hey, buddy. You want to come up here and say hello? Come here. Come here, buddy. You gotta make this easy for me. Okay. You come here. Oh, there's a big cat. Oh, there's a big bear. There he is. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I just felt like something. I felt something booping my leg, and then I looked down. There's a cat nose on me. Oh! Ow! 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 He's got a rough tongue. Yeah, he's technically a thick chonker, I believe was the phrase, thick chonker. Okay. So we've got this not too bad, but not great either. We wanna get this closer, and I think we need to go that way. See, yeah, we're hitting it over here, and that's not what we want. You know what? Why don't we, can we? I was thinking about waiting a little bit longer. I think I'm gonna give it just a little bit more time. I'm gonna wait for Eve to come in a little bit more to see if that helps the situation. Who's a big cat? Who's a big kitten? It's you. You're the big kitten. So I got Binks on my lap and Penny on my feet. Yeah, this is a handsome cat. I'm gonna let Eve come in a little bit closer. And we're gonna try again. Catch up, you bastard! All right, it's caught up a little bit. So let's go back and try this again. There's no KSP channel on my Discord. We're gonna post fancy mods. Just DM them to me. Just DM me the list of things you think would be nice. Oh, I thought I clicked fly. I guess I did not. Who's the thick chunker? You're the thickest chunker. Boop boop boop. Boop 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 boop. Penny's already fallen asleep. I can hear her snoring under my desk. Okay. Ooh, nice view. Come on, leave. Let's just, well, we were looking at about 1,300 before. Let's just pop it up to about there, and then we'll zoom out. Hey, Eliminator. Let's see here. Okay, so that's still set as target. So we'll just scrooch this around until we get one where we're going the right way. $100. Okay. Oh, actually, I had a pretty nice one on there. Eh. Kind of like that. And then we'll be able to correct our inclination pretty early, because the area to correct it is, like, you know, just a little bit in front of us here. Right now the goal is to get to Eve with our refueling diddle here. Send a screen cap of the mod list you used, Roach. Okay, cool. I think we're just gonna go with this. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this burn, and then I'll correct our inclination right here, and then we'll basically see where we are from there and fix it, because this 2 degrees of inclination on trying to hit a planet is not gonna do it. Is just not gonna do the trick. It's a 4-minute burn with the 2 Wolfhound engines, which is not too bad considering I've been using nuclear engines on a big spacecraft for a while. All right. So we're gonna want to go at about start the burn at about 2 minutes 12 seconds. Oh, okay, this is fine. It's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine. Engine's on. They're a little wibbly, but I think that's okay. We got a lot of Delta V to work with. And then even if this runs out, we've still got all the fuel in here. Nope, it's pulling fuel out of those too. That's exactly how much fuel we have to work with. Imagine how hard it'll be working around those binary. Oh yeah, the orbits will be all janky. Back from Dota King of many Boston creams. Well, I'm jealous. That should be plenty though. so we're just gonna physics warp here to get this done quicker. It's kind of rotating around its central axis. Not sure why they're doing that, but you know, to each their own. This isn't a burn to really try to hit anything like pinpoint, so I'm not exactly concerned about it not being perfect. This is just to get out of the sphere of influence of Kerbin, get to our ascending node. I think it's the ascending node coming up. Correct our inclination, and then try to move to... Correcting our inclination on going to a planet, it's not going to be exactly cheap, but we should have enough to get there and break. Because actually landing on Gilly costs, like, nothing. Okay, watch the stream while you upload Arma. Awesome. Take hours? Yes, it will. Alright, there we go. Excellent. Now let's just, let's leave. Boop. Okay. No, actually, I wanted to be there. So now what we need to do is go to the ascending node, add maneuver. It's gonna be a few hundred. It's not that bad. Oh yeah, and that actually gets us a lot closer too. Yeah, that was definitely one of the main issues. I wonder, can we do this in one burn to try to get ourselves closer in there? Not really. Kind of messes us up. It's not too... It's off, but it's still not too bad. There we go. First time I left Kerbin in orbit was because of a failed moon mission. Yeah, I've done that before. That node is only a month away. You know what? I'm actually going to. I'm gonna clear that off. I'm gonna redo it where I'm making sure I just have that delta V on the inclination change here. I don't want to mess with anything else just yet. There we go. Alright, now we can successfully warp to the next maneuver, no problem. There we go. Happened to the portable fuel refiner yesterday. That's this guy right here. We got him into orbit, and now we're sending him to Eve. This is it. This is what was inside the fairing, although we didn't actually use the fairing. I deemed it too heavy and ditched it. So now we're, that's the fuel refinery bit right there. And then the miner's right there. So right now we're heading over to Eve. Haven't done a space station recently. The space station was a good learning process, I felt. It was a lot of hard work and a lot of learning new skill sets. For me, at least. We've got 3,500 Delta V to correct our orbit and get to Eve, which theoretically should be fine. Because to my understanding, is it normally costs about 2,000 to 2,500 to get there. Going straight from Kerbin. I'm not nearly good enough at this game to use, like, orbital assists to whip around the solar system. We're going to want to go at about 35 seconds. And go. There we are. Yeah, I can barely get a basic airplane off the ground, let alone a space plane. Just not that good with the aerodynamic section. It takes 2,000, 2,500 just to get off Eve. I was told it took like 7,000. At least that's what somebody said yesterday. And this will get us relatively close to Eve, and then we'll correct again. These Wolfhound, I don't know why I haven't used these engines more. These guys are great. I like these engines. I kind of got into the habit of using the same engines over and over and over again and not really looking at any of the other ones. These guys are great. Almost done. Perfect. Ish. All right. Okay, so right now, the closest intercept, let's make sure that's still at 0. It is. The closest intercept is right there. And let's see if there, we'll check. We'll add on a maneuver right in front of us. We'll see if there's a maneuver I can do that'll get us actually closer. So what I want to do, I believe, is this one. Nope, that's the wrong one. And then pull that into. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. So that we're actually kind of getting closer to the periapsis there. I spent about 2,000, 1,000 to get out here. So another 1,000 to basically, ooh. Gotta make sure we have enough to break. I spent about 1,000 to get out here. It was 200, 300 to correct that, and then it's gonna be, looks like another 1,000 to get there. Correcting for this. Almost got it. We're getting close. That's further. We're getting further away now. I gotta get a different angle so I can... Oh, you know what? Let's just pin it. That way I could actually see the numbers. That's 342,000 kilometers. 306, 271. Oh wait, is that an intercept? Or no, there's no intercept there. That's pretty close. I think what we need to do is pull this down a little bit, so that we're doing smaller doodles. Yeah, see now. Yeah. We're at 274. How close do we need to get to actually hit the doodle is the question. Separation 96,000, 94, 91, 88, 85. That is an intercept right there. Little more expensive than I wanted, but let's focus the view over here and see what we're looking at. Kind of just flinging by from way out there. That's basically what we want. I don't want to be like going in really steep. That's 1,300. Is that gonna leave me enough for braking? Well, I mean, it should. The gravity at Eve is pretty strong. Hey, what's the mission? We're sending a fuel processing facility to Eve to service one of our other missions. Does it need brakes if you crash? If I litho brake it directly into the planet? That's gonna leave me... I feel like we'll have enough. I think we'll be okay. think we should try to get a bit closer. I mean, that wouldn't be hard to do at all. It would just need to be the slightest bit of tweaking. Open that up. Focus the view over here. And then when we tweak it, we'd be able to see it coming in. So let's see. Oh shit. I'm going to need to do it the other way around. I'm going to need to set it, then open that up. Then I can see it. See, we can get it in a lot closer. Actually, I kind of like... That looked about good. No, thinking about that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good to me. And I know what we're gonna do is we're gonna hope that we have enough fuel to slow us down. If it comes down to it, we technically do have puff engines on the monopropellant on the nose section here to move the satellite around. That'll give us a little bit of extra oomph if needed. And then if as long as we can get captured, we're fine. As long as we can capture, we're fine. All right. Warp to next maneuver. It's a burn of about 4 minutes. This is going to be an interesting one. How's it going? Going well. Going well. We're about to do our final burn to try to get us to Eve. We've got 3,221 meters per second in Delta V left. We've got 1,390.9 needed to complete the burn. And then whatever's left we'll have to use to brake. Landing on Gilly costs almost nothing. That's super easy to do. So we just have to make sure we have enough fuel to brake. And all is well. We're actually going to want to start this burn soon. About 4 minutes. And nodes in about 2 minutes. That'll be good. I'm an impatient man. There. The life support reserve. Oh, there is no life support in this game. Not base game, at least. There is no life support. But there are mods for that. Alright, now we'll physics warp. That way we'll take 30 seconds instead of, well, 1 minute instead of 4 minutes. I'm very curious as to why it does this. It kind of like, you know, diddles around the doodle. We're gonna play mod maker. Oh yeah, that's the plan. Basically, we're gonna be taking the difficulty level we have here and cranking it up a notch. So we're gonna have what, like 1700, 1800 Delta V left for braking. I hope that's enough. And once we're a little bit closer here, we'll slow this down so that we can get a little bit more accurate on the cutoff here. And then we'll see where we are. That's pretty good. Let's see, does that give us an intercept? It does. Basically exactly what we wanted. So, let's add a maneuver on here. And, I've never done this before, so I have no idea how much Delta V it'll actually take to brake. Oh, no, we're fine. It'll only take 300 to brake. We're golden. We're golden. We're absolutely fine. That's beautiful. All right, 163 days to Eve. Woo!
Doom!
Aero brake on Eve. Oh, I fucked that up yesterday. I mixed up the atmosphere on Eve with the atmosphere on Duna, and I was like, you know what? The atmosphere on Eve starts at 50 kilometers, so I'm gonna put this this landing probe at about 45, so we can aero brake. Slammed into that atmosphere like a motherfucker and blasted most of the probe to bits. And we're going to, let's flip it around first. Can we, there she blows. And we're gonna have, yeah, we're gonna be fine. I believe the atmosphere at Eve starts at about 90 or 95, something like that. And I went to 45, so that's the equivalent of hitting, of trying to aero brake curb it at like 35. Which is just awful. Hey, buddy! Well, there's a cat under my desk now. Yeah, technically it did land. Jaskrum! Thanks for the diddly. It did technically land on Eve, and it was able to transmit science back, so it was not a complete failure. Where's the old space station that was around Duna, that you moved to Eve? It's in a mild eccentric orbit around Eve right now. But here, let's capture first, and then we'll take a look at that. And theoretically, we're going there. But I definitely want to, you know, let's get in closer. Okay, so we're bouncing communications off of it right now, so it's right there. I honestly thought this was going to be a lot worse than it was. I thought we were, because like I said, I've never done this before. And it seems like I did it okay. The braking maneuver was not that bad. Definitely more expensive than it could have been, but it wasn't that bad. And we'll reclassify this guy so we can find him easier. Can I do that from here? I think I can do that from here. And we're almost there. Whoop. And we'll go ahead and bring down the, bring down one side of this for a while. I don't always go to another planet, but what do? I go to Magnus. Well, Magnus is a moon, don't forget that. Alright. So let's pop back on over. Still at 1400. Okay, let's go to the tracking station. And it's a wee baby moon. It's a wee little baby moon. Info. Was it on? I thought it was on info. You could. I thought you could do that from. I thought you could, Well, anyway. It's here. This is our badass ship. Sorry, I keep chewing on my lip. I got like a cold sore the other day, and it's just annoying. It's like an involuntary tick right now. I just talk like this for the Here she is. She's been slightly redesigned and sent here. And the idea is that we're going to land that bad boy on Gilly, mine a bunch of ore, and then what she does is she pops on over here, docks onto the front of this right there, and refuels this bad boy. And then what we do is we go ahead and fly ourselves to Jool and have some fun over there. Actually, I might be able to. I don't know if we're close enough, but I may be able to. Is that her right there? Yep. Switch to. So let's, we're going to have to adjust to Gilly's orbit, but that shouldn't be too terribly difficult. And what I'm going to do is I'll probably just get into like a nice easy orbit around Gilly, and then that's where I'll ditch the actual butt. This guy. It'll cost almost nothing to actually land and get back up. And we'll also need to release the ScanSat at some point. But that'll be fine. Fuck you, Gilly, in your weird orbit. I hate Gilly. It's so wonky. And I'm out of focus. There we go. Well. I'm doing it again. How much is it going to cost to adjust for this? Nah, not much. Thankfully. What, 70? So we'll adjust the inclination first, as always. Actually, you know what? We might be able to just bootleg this. Why is it not getting any better than 3? Probably not a good idea to try it like that. Probably not the best idea to try it like that. You know what? I messed that up. We'll go ahead and redo that. With that, try to get that right on the... Oh, no, I want it away. Right on that descending node. 0.2. I think there's just a really narrow spot there. Alright, we'll go with that. Up to the next maneuver. Alright, gotta go to Gilly. Yeah, Gilly is a weirdo. And thankfully we have another relay around Eve now, so hopefully there'll be less communications blackouts, which was definitely a problem before. Alright, the burn time is only 9 seconds on this. That's not bad. And then we actually have to try to get an intercept with this son of a bitch. So, yeah, we'll get in close. We'll get a nice low circular orbit. Then we'll release the ScanSat, move it into a polar orbit, deploy the ScanSat, find a place to set down, mine our diddly, fill our diddly up, and then we'll be doodly. Okay. Good to go. Actually pretty easy to get here. Just a little wonky. Nice. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if this is the right way to do this, but I'm thinking we go to the spot on the orbit where it, well, I could do it like that. That's not exactly a smart way to do it, because that's got to be more, I think that might be more expensive. Like align the orbits. Oh no, aligning the orbits is going to be way more... Trying to actually align the orbits is going to be way more expensive to do that. I might be able to just do it like that, like put a maneuver in front of us. Scrooch this off to the side a little bit. Yeah, because that'll be really cheap. Then we just have to brake when we get there. Another 9-second burn. And, I mean, it's Gilly, so... Why are there cats fucking around in my closet? The cat just opened the door to the closet and crawled in. And then penny ground. Oh, and before we get there, we should... This is kind of a more delicate burn. We should make sure we're facing the correct direction. Actually, I don't even know where Gilly is. It's probably hard to spot considering it's on such a weird orbit. Alright, and again, only about 70 to get there. Nice and easy. Is that gonna get us with the intercept? It does! Huzzah! Alright, let's just go ahead and manually warp all the way to Gilly, basically. Just gonna basically hit it. Hi, friend! Oh, we are, oh my, the current trajectory actually has us literally hitting it. Might want to, yeah, that's kind of, I was kind of joking when I said that before, but, so fuck, maybe, that's so problematic. Let's see, which way do we want to go? Left? Guys. Guys. We got a problem. We're heading straight to Gilly. I need to go left. Which way's left? There we go. There we go. It's like, oh, fuck. Now we'll just slow down. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay, now we'll just slow down a little bit. I'm gonna start right now. Definitely worried about that, but as long as there's enough fuel to land, everything is fine. And there definitely will be enough. There will definitely be enough fuel to land. All right, now I'm just gonna actually warp over here because we're kind of there. Slow this bad boy down. Only a couple hundred more. I still think that was cheaper than correcting the orbit and trying to align it. And what? How much fuel we have now doesn't matter, as long as there's enough fuel for landing. Whoop. Let's go ahead and circularize. Is that 10,000 meters? All right, now. 400, that should be enough. Now what we do... Oh, it'll be less, too, once we do this. Or it'll be more. Decouple that node. Now, we go to this bad boy. Make sure his engines are activated. Turn him on. Point him here, just so it looks cooler. The reaction control wheel trying to overcome the rotation is great there. Look at that. Now, will we actually be able to use this? I'm not sure how this works. I don't remember how this works. Miss anything good? We made it to Gilly. We made it to Gilly. We detached our scan satellite. I don't know if this is at perform orbital survey. Stable polar orbit between... Okay, so we need to... Okay, let's go ahead and turn that off for now. And we got to adjust this bad boy's orbit. And he needs to be further out. Look at the parry. Everything's wobbling because of this. A bigger reaction control wheel probably would have helped out with that, but a little bit of wobble's fine. Yeah, wiggly butt. There's a little penny wiggle butt down over here too. Little penny wiggle butt. That's why we go in. Can I slow this down a little? Maybe more brake. Oh, you know what we'll also do? Here, let's put the RPM limiter to 10 instead of 30. So when it's on, it goes slower. Lucifer, thanks for the diddly. And let's go ahead and correct this bad boy's stuff. So he's going this way. So all we're going to do is we're going to go here, and we need to adjust to get into a stable polar orbit and to be further out. And that actually is, like, perfect right there. So warp to next maneuver and point at your doodle. This guy does not even have liquid fuel engines. It's just monopropellant on some puffs. Oh, you know what? And because we're so close, we can't warp very fast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna scan Gilly, figure out where the ore is, then we're gonna detach the engine section. We're gonna land that bad boy, and we're gonna get ourselves some artisanal Gilly fuel. Free range liquid fuel and oxidizer. It still wiggles, even without this moving, it still wiggles a little bit. And it's just gonna need a tiny little puff. Oh, I think I actually went too much. Oh my god, I went way too much. Does it have RCS on it? Just use the RCS engines. The puffs are way too powerful. Just go ahead and, yeah, flip that right on over. The puffs are actually way more powerful than I thought they were, given the doodle I'm working with right now. He's too low to perform a proper survey right now, so we gotta get him on a polar doodle. That looks pretty good. That's out at about 44. Nice. Warp here, prograde. I love the idea to have had a detachable scan sat on this. I think this is just this is not the most efficient way to do it, but it's fun. Oh, nice view. We got Gilly, Eve, the sun, and Scanset Doodleface. We'll call it Scanset Doodlebug. I don't know what these are for, but I was told that they're good to put on Scansats. Can I go faster? Yes, I can. Oh, wait, I'm not on auto warp anymore because I did it manually. Oh, RCS is still on. No, don't do that. All right. Career mode? Oh, yeah. Career mode with no save scrubbing. Iron Man mode. All failures are final. Which is why there's now 11 dead Kerbals and 4 dead tourists. Yeah, the only problem working Gilly is that you get so close to it without even really realizing it that you're not allowed to warp very fast. Oh. Why is it retrograde? It's pretty good. Am I controlling from the right spot here? Nope. That's why. How'd the tourists die? I had a relatively early mission that they wanted to basically go to the moon in Magnus. Some wanted to do flybys, some wanted to do orbits, and a couple wanted to land on the moon and land on Minmus. So we did it all in one mission. Completely successful. Everybody got to where they needed to be. They landed on the we went up. They landed on the moon. We went to Minmus. They landed on Minmus. Then we came home. And the problem is that I did not put enough parachutes on the return capsule. And it did not have landing legs because it was supposed to use the parachutes to slow down, and it didn't have engines left because it was just supposed to use the parachutes. All I had out was some monopropellant tanks. So what happened was there was crew capsule and then two, because I think I can't remember exactly the numbers on it, but there were multiple capsules for people in them because I didn't have one that was large enough. It had to have like 7 people. I think it was like 6 tourists in one go. And what ended up happening was it hit the ground going too fast, and the bottom capsule crushed and killed everyone in it. But that crushing slowed down the remaining top half of the spacecraft, so it landed safely. So the pilot and I think 2 tourists were safe, and 4 tourists died because they were in the bottom capsule. And I did figure out after the fact, if I was thinking a little faster, I could have saved one more. Because what I could have done was I could have taken the pilot and jumped out and then used his parachute to float down. And then I could have transferred one tourist from the bottom capsule to the top because everybody in the bottom died. But I only thought about that after the fact. All right, let's try to turn this on. Hey, we got it. Orbital survey data for Gilly, 252 funds and 57 science. Make sure that's auto-strutted too. Toggle the overlay. Why can I not see? I've had problems with this before where I couldn't actually see what was going on. Oh yeah, this actually works a lot. It doesn't wiggle nearly as much if you tell it to go slower. There is ore. Should we just... I mean, why am I not seeing the ore? Inverse, heat map green, blue, monochrome, big green. I'm not seeing anything. Are there... There is ore on Gilly, isn't there? See, the overlay should be... This should be overlay off. Overlay... So I should be able to see it now. Oh, I do it. No, I have solar panels on this. Right here. They're retractable. So I just got a big battery, so it wasn't really a huge issue. Where's the sun right now? There it is. Hey, oh, got a cat again. Cat tail. I'm not sure. I can't see. I can't seem to see. Gilly has ore on it, doesn't it? The band scanner. Well, the band scanners. Let's see. CurbNet access. Is this the overlay I need to see? Because before it just showed on, well, when I was doing this on the moon in Minimus, it just showed me right here. Jellos, hello, hello. Zoom on in. Blah! There we go. That actually looks really nice. Thought it, but yeah, it just showed me right on here. Switch map modes, then try it from here. Yeah, because that's the one I had before, because when I did it on the moon, it worked perfectly fine. I could just see the ore from this view. When I did it on Minmus, I had to zoom out, like, there we go. That's exactly what I was talking about. When I did it on Minmus, I had to zoom out for a while to be able to see it. Yeah, look at that. If you're at the right distance, you can see it. Kind of makes it a little hard to do what I want. Yes, you're very handsome, cat. You're just so cute. How about I scritch your cheeks, and that'll make you happy. You little fat man. Okay, so it looks like, well, let's zoom back into our ScanSat here. And let's increase the cutoff so we can see the richer areas. Yeah, it looks like the high areas are the best ones. The peaks. So, shoot for one of the peaks and I should be good. Why are you so needy today? Okay, alright, you're in the way of the keyboard, but this is fine. Now, we'll just switch back to David the Gnome. And we have to try to land this thing on Gilly. Which is, theoretically easy, except for the bounciness. I might just try to, well, you know, I might just try to land on the engine bells. Just PM me an entire novel about KSP mods. Okay, I'll read all of that when I'm done today. I'm gonna transfer what's left in this fuel tank over to these bad boys. So I gotta click them all. Don't have that one yet. We do have that one, so just go out and out. Little Mr. Handsome Face. Little Mr. Handsome Face. Cat's being very adorable right now. Did I see the new Critical Role one-shot? No, Roach, I have not seen it. I'm trying to catch up on season 2. I'm on hang on, I got it up on another. I'm on episode 19 right now. Vex Percy wedding one-shot. Aww. Is that why I saw a picture on Twitter of Travis wearing a vest and a top hat with no shirt on? Alright, so now what we do is we get rid of this. So we decouple the node. And now we're just moving this bad boy around. Okay. Excellent, excellent. And we'll come up and we'll dock with that again. So, yeah, here we go. I can actually see. So yeah, all we need to do is shoot for one of these spots right here and we're fine. Grog got to be the flower girl. Aww. Alright, so, control, we're gonna want to make sure we're on control from here. So it doesn't mess up. Our orbital velocity is so low. Oh, I was about to say our orbital velocity is so low I can't even set it to, I can't even set it to assist. But no, it's not that. It's because these guys are skill level 0. But, when they dock with the spacecraft, they can level up. Dr. Totemwolf is the professor. Episode 19. Yeah, well, basically what happened, Roach, is I would watch the first couple episodes and then I'd get distracted and do something else. And I'd be like, I don't know, I gotta watch the first couple episodes again, distracted, do something else. It happened 3 times where I watched the first, like, 5 to 10 episodes. So this time I've actually watched the first 5 to 10 episodes and then kept going. But I'm also watching the Tox Machinas as they're... you know, I'll watch one episode, then I'll watch the Tox Machina for it, then I'll watch an episode, then I'll watch the Tox Machina for it. So it's, you know, 3.5 to 4 hours, and then 1.5 hours for the Tox Machina. So it's about 6 hours of content per episode. It's taken a while. Poor Jeb's still... No, Jeb's been dead for ages. Alright, retrograde? Oh, you know what? 8. That turns those engines on. Yep, look at that. Kind of want to shoot. No, I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. We might actually just be able to land using, like, the RCS thrusters. I'm glad we got Geek Insider so we can actually get the Tox Machina uploaded to YouTube. Yeah. Biggs, you are so cute. I'm scritching his butt and he's licking my chair. Alrighty, let's set this to surface. Alright, oh my, I didn't even think of this. I haven't landed without assists in ages. And now let's just speed up and set this to basically ground radar. And we'll just speed up for a while. There's probably going to be a lot of bounce. Oh, you know what? Oh, shit. Wrong button. What did I just do? Which way am I going? I don't think I fucked anything up. Oh, these are already set to high dampening strength and low spring strength. I think I fucked this up a little. Favorite character right now? Probably Jester or Bo. Although, and honestly, we're going so slow, we could probably bounce this thing right across the surface and only have minor issues. Wait. Is that... Oh, no, it's probably on the opposite side of Gilly. That's the other... That's the probe we... No, we landed a probe, but we didn't leave it here. I wonder what the fuck that is. Oh! You know what that is? I bet that's like the scan set on the other side. You actually like a character Marisha's playing? I don't have nearly as much issue with Marisha as a role player as like 90% of the audience seems to. Everybody fucking hated Keyleth. I liked Keyleth as a character. And I like Bo too. I always got the feeling that a lot of people felt like that was just Marisha and she wasn't playing a character, but it's not. Waiting to fall with no time speed up. Well, I mean, you could use physics warp. Like, you could do this. You can go up to 4 times still. Yes. Good luck on the exams on both sides, because we've got people taking exams and people giving exams in chat. Yeah, you can get up to times 4 still with the physics warp, and that's what we're doing right now. Really helpful with low thrust situations or something like this. I believe that these landing legs can technically hit at 12 meters per second and it not be an issue. Need all the luck you can get. Yeah, definitely. I might just use the, because the... it's not that bad. These aren't exactly high thrust engines. We'll get it down to a more manageable level, though. I think what we'll do is we'll get down to maybe like 3 or 4, then maybe we'll do the last tiny little bit with RCS. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to see if I can't... There's going to be a little bit of a bumpage here. The RCS doesn't really do it too much, does it? Just got to make sure we don't bounce back into space is what we want here. Just kind of go, a little horizontal motion's fine. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? I'm also gonna retract one of these just in case. All right, just a little bounce. We're just whipping around to like sideways now. Oh, you know what I just thought? I never put a person on Gilly before, but now I have. I can put a flag on Gilly. Maybe go grab whatever that is. All right, that. Oh yeah, much better on that bounce. I have to be very careful though, not to accidentally jump into orbit. I think we're stopped. All right, I think we're safe. So, ow! Biggs just bit me. Get the radiators out. Oh, I didn't even notice that. They clipped, they clipped through the saddle, the little thingies. It makes me sad. I think what I can definitely do, though, is do a crew report from here. I'd transfer that out. Even walking is dangerous. Part of me is like, do I want to? Why don't we go ahead and do the mission critical stuff before we fuck around? Let's deploy the drills.
You make me sad.
Deploy the drills, activate the drills. And let's, well, there's 0.01. Oh, it lagged out. I was like, oh, fuck. There's 0.01 who's it's in there. Make sure it's not overheating. I mean, we should be fine. Oh, it needs to ramp up. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So let's go ahead and activate the other one. Oh, yeah, it's going now. Theoretically, everything should be fine in terms of heat. What is... Oh, that's my butt. That's what it is. That's the butt over there. David the Gnome 8 probe. Oh, yeah, these things are cranking. And... there we go. Now we go ahead and we will, how the monopropellant tanks? They're basically full. So now we'll go ahead and we'll turn on the processing facility. Then we want liquid fuel plus oxidizer. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the ore coming in. EVA pack could get into orbit with enough fuel to do a rendezvous here. Oh my. And it is running. Oh, you know what? It's probably, well, we would be able to see it over here. Oh, the SAS doesn't need to be on. Yep, it's going up. I just saw it. Turn SAS back on because it's moving now. Electrical charge is fine. Hey, like a G-Man. Oh, hoi hoi. Welcome. All right, so I'm just gonna leave this running for a hot second, and I'm gonna go take a really quick bio break, and I will be right back. Did I turn on the refiner? Yes, it is. If you look right here, it is technically processing fuel because it's going up. So what we're probably gonna have to do is just speed up time for a little bit, and then we'll be able to fuel this guy up. But like I said, I'm gonna go take a real quick bio break, and I'll be right back. Sorry, Bings, you gotta get off my lap, buddy. we're back already. Penny time? Miss less. Oh, we need more penny time? Oh, okay. Noodleman, hang on a sec. I'll go find her. Have a... Where's my big girl? There we go. There we go. We'll give you a minute of pooch time. Hi. Boop. You know there are people who are scared of this dog. There are people who are scared of her. I took it was a week or two ago. I took her out, and a grown man ran away from her. Like a 40-year-old man. Full on, saw her, froze, noticed Penny was looking at him, and ran away. I don't know how anybody could be scared of this dog. She's so sweet. Look at that face. Look at that face. I thought it was funny because Penny was just like, whoop. She had no idea what was happening. Like, why is this person not interested in me? You want to hold my hand? Thank you, Penny. See, look how sweet she is. She likes to hold hands. She looks angry at me. Yeah, terrible, vicious dog. Who doesn't love dogs? Communists. That's who. The Red Menace. That's who doesn't love. How's this? Is this act still going? It looks like the fuel processing facility works faster than the miners do, but that's okay. She's so happy. Holding hands is like one of her favorite things to do. I could take her on walks without a leash like this. Like the other day, she took my hand like that and walked me to the laundry room and back. Yeah, that's a sweet dog. That's the sweetest dog. Who's the sweetest dog in the world? Whoop! Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. Now we can scratch a belly. She's definitely not sitting upright in my chair right now, so I can scratch her belly. Okay. All good. Belly's scratch successful. Down. Thanks, Penny. Alright, we got another Penny. Dragged around by Penny by the hand in her mouth. No, we were just walking side by side. Alright, so I think now what we do is, we just speed up time and fuel this bad boy up. Hey, Apple II guy. Thanks for the cheer. Yeah, with the speed up, you can definitely see that working now. You see the oxidizer and the fuel popping up. So what we're going to do is we're going to top this bad boy off, and then I'm going to send the engineer out. Not the pilot, because it can't fly without a pilot. And see if he can't grab a surface sample or something. Oh no, the sun! Gonna rip through our electrical charge. Oh, wait. Wait, no. Everything will turn back. If the power dies, it'll turn back on, I think. Pilots are not needed. Oh, I thought you had to have a pilot or a probe core. I didn't think the engineer could just grab the controls and do it. Oh, I do have the fuel cells. Forgot about those. I don't know how much stuff they diddle. Here, let's do this. Let's turn on the fuel cell and then see if we can't run, how many of these we can't run off the fuel cell. So that's fine. Those are activated. So yeah, I've got 2. It can definitely run both miners perfectly. Oh, and this turns right back on. Wait, no, it says inactive. But it was using the ore. Let's speed it up again. No, it's working. No, it's running. Yeah, so 1 fuel cell is plenty to keep it going. Infinite power. Unlimited power! So now we'll just give it some time here. Given that the fact that we're on a weird body near one of the poles, we're not going to get a lot of sunlight a lot of the time. So yeah, fuel cells was probably the right idea. Just gonna do this so we don't make anybody sick. And we're done. Retract the drill. Turn this bad boy off. Retract these panels. This is off, right? It's all off. And she's good. Thermal generators research. I do. With ore to spare. Yeah. Because I figured what, I only have the ore tanks on here because you need to have an ore tank to be able to process the ore. It has to go somewhere. I don't think it can go straight from the miner into the processing facility. But that also means that I can bring it over to the spacecraft and then process a little there, too. Want to watch me play Space Engineers again? It's a fun game. Kerbal alarm clock is another hand. Yes! I've used that in the past. That is really good. Set up a timer so that it stops doing processing speed, you know, right when you want it. Okay, so EVA report. Yeah, it's a space gas station. All right. RCS on. Let go. Just gonna... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I just took a step off. Okay, no, this is fine. I just took a step off and it just... Put on the monolith of damned you. Awesome. Alright, let's just go down. Okay. Surface sample. Remove helmet. No, plant flag. Key panels in a bad place. Why? It works fine. We're gonna go. Oh, he's bouncing. Side of Kerbal. There we go. It misses the door target. He might slam into it. He'll be fine. All right. So, should we? I feel like we should try to go over there. And I'm not gonna walk. I'm gonna fly, because I've had a lot of problems in the past with walking on slopes in this game. Yeah, he can grab onto that fine. We're just gonna slowly. I don't know if that's actually something I can interact with, or if it needs a rover or something. It looks interesting. I'm gonna go over to it. I'm gonna inspect it. I'm not even gonna use my feetsies. We touch down with our booties. Oh, that's it. That's down. That's up. There we go. Here we go. Just gonna float on over to it. Slow down a little. Down, yeah, going basically the right direction. And then we'll go back to our space station, and then our gas station, and then we will send the gas station over to dock with the Doodle. And we'll see. I don't know how many trips it'll take to refuel that bad boy, but we'll see. You need a rover for all things on the ground. Nope. There are things you just pick up with your hands. Some things you need a robot arm, and some things you just pick up with your hands. That is a little bit larger, so I'm thinking that probably is a rover thing. But it's kind of hard. If you've never done it before, there's no really way to tell what can be interacted with and what can't. You just got to kind of step onto it and rub your face on it and see what happens. And considering I've only put a probe down here, I definitely do not know. Go down. And we're going to want to make sure we actually hit the Doodle going relatively slow. So we don't go into an infinite slide and just, like, slalom off the edge of this thing. That looks a little big. It looks like something that might need to be rovered. Right down. We want to make sure we're not going very fast at all when we touch down. So we don't go blipping around. I want to be a little bit closer to this thing. It's interesting looking. It's a pile of Gilly goop. I mean, trying to be very careful. Falls, breaks out. I broke a, I hit on a rescue mission, jumping from one. Oh, perfect. All right, remove helmet, EVA report, no. Review sample, take surface sample, nope. If it was something I could interact with, it would be on here, so it is something I'd have to rover. Uh-oh. We'll get right on top of it though and try. You know what this reminds me of? Tremors. You gotta stand on the boulders so they can't get you. Yeah, it's definitely a rover thing. Man, a rover. I feel like a rover on Gilly would be dangerous as shit. Yeah, these things definitely do get finicky. Nah, there's no interactions for it, so. Uh-oh. Nope, this is fine. Okay, we'll go back. Woo! A little bit faster this time. Damn graboids. Yeah, exactly. Love Tremors. I made Leo watch that the other day, but she didn't pay the slightest bit of attention to it. If Leah's not invested in a movie in the first 90 seconds, she's not going to watch it. Turn the friction up high on the rover wheels. Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even know that. We got plenty of fuel left in our jetpack here, so we're just gonna pop back over here. We're gonna get back inside, and then I'm gonna how do we want to do this? I think a better idea would be to bring, because the next step is to go to Jool, and I think the better thing to do in terms of efficiency and less landings. Forgot the ass blasters. Oh my god. To me, that's when it starts getting a little iffy in terms of the who's it's there. Slow down. I'm thinking we bring Penelope over to Gilly here. That way we don't have to spend fuel flying this down to back to the other one. Because we don't need to do anything else at Eve right now. We did the science we're going to do there. We visited it. We sent a probe down. So yeah, we fly Penelope to Gilly. That'll make the actual fueling process easier. All right. Careful. Careful. Okay, a little bit. And grab. And... Oh, I'm doing climb. That's the problem. Hitting the wrong button. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I just hit the wrong button. I hit climb instead of grab. Yeah, when they get to ass blasters, that's when I kind of start losing it on the tremors. But tremors 1 and 2, those are great. Board. Grab. Board. There we go, back on. Mining's, yes, mining is a success. Liquid fuel, full. Oxidizer, full. Ore, full. Electrical charge, full. Monopropellant, basically full. We've got 3,800 Delta V on this, which is plenty to do anything we want. So the options are to either fly this to Eve and dock with Penelope, or fly Penelope to Gilly. How long does it take? It doesn't take that long. I mean, I put it on, you know, maybe a few days, maybe, in terms of curb time, a few days. Turn off the fuel cell. Oh, no, I did not remember to turn off the fuel cell, but we can stop that now. Okay. All is well. So let's look at what we're, because I think we're gonna fly Penelope to Gilly. I think that's a better idea. So let's take a look at what that's gonna cost us. No, I put it on like 1,000 times and it did a couple cycles of Gilly, so I don't know. And we should avoid using the xenon engines for this because that can't be refueled. Just use the nuclear engines on this bad boy and that should do the trick. As long as there's enough fuel to get there and get into a stable, low Gilly orbit, make things real simple for me. Because it'll probably take a couple landings to fill this up because that thing does not hold enough fuel to fill this thing. This is 10,000. Just for this, and that's not including like a bunch of the other tanks. Probably take 2 to 3 landings to fully fill her up, but that's fine. All right, what do we got? Are these on right now? Everything's on right now. Shit, that means I have to I gotta shut these down. Because I do not want the xenon engines on. I think that's all of them. Side 2. I completely forgot to put these on action groups, which I really should have. Kind of bums me out that you can't do action groups after the fact. Because I always forget to make action groups. Oh, I missed 4 of them. This is how you test to see if an engine's on. You put fuel in it. There we go. Oxidizer in the tanks. This is a liquid fuel only, but there are no liquid fuel only tanks that actually couple. That have the appropriate tapers that I needed to make this basically look right. This is it was more of an aesthetic thing. So I just went ahead and left it in there because there are plenty of engines on here that use oxidizer. The escape pod uses oxidizer, the lander uses oxidizer, the probes use the oxidizer. So, not a big deal. All right, so we've got 1,700 Delta V to work with, and ideally what we want to do is just bring it to Gilly. Okay, let's see here. So let's go ahead and correct. This might actually be about a few to correct this inclination. That is, man, that's eccentric. Yeah, that's a lot. That's 1,000. That's gonna leave me 1,000 left to after that. But that's, I mean, it's okay because we're gonna top this bad boy off. We're gonna, as long as I get there, it's fine. And there are other Xenon engines as well, and there are multiple other sections I could use, so it's not a big deal. That's a 6-minute burn with those engines. I forgot how long the burns are on these bad boys. But at least we do have stability assist on the maneuver node. I wonder if anybody can level up. Oh my god, yeah. Samlorf, I got, Samlorf is level 3, and the rest are level 4 now. Might be a good idea to put the level, like, 4 engineer. Log, orbits around Minmus 4, orbits around Kerbin 2, orbits around the Sun 6. Planted a flag on Duna. Flyby of Ike. Let's see. Repairs fail. Engineers can repair failures? What does that mean? Repair. They can repair shit? Oh, fuck. Fuck if I knew. Full vessel control without comnet access. Target tracking, maneuver hold. The scientist, vessel science return. Part science return. Reset experiments, run experiments from EVA. Science generation rate, 60%. Okay. Alright. We're just at about the right time, and go ahead and just turn on the physics warp here, because this will take a minute. Repair panels. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I completely neglected the usefulness of the experienced crews. And that'll leave me about 1,000 to try to get to Gilly. And all I need to do is get captured, and then I can go up and meet her. I just want to do this because it'll be easier because if I need to make multiple trips, it'll be easier and more efficient to bring this to Gilly than it will be to go from Gilly to Eve, and then back to Gilly, and then back to Eve. Yay for physics warp. To repack the chutes? Oh yeah. I've used that before. Sadly, I did not get to use the manned lander on this bad boy. This has never been used. I put a fair bit of effort into designing this so it would be very nice looking. You know, kind of cool looking, and also do the job. But then we went to some place where it wasn't going to be used. I guess technically we could have sent it down to Gilly, but there's no point in doing that now because we did a probe and then the other thing. And we're almost there. So now we'll turn the physics warp off so I can turn this off at the right time. Man, I love the look of Gilly. I wish I could put someone down there, but that's a mission for a different day. Because getting someone off Gilly, that's an interesting challenge. Off by a slight bit, but not too much. Alright, now what we want to try to do is, you know, not hit it like a bullet. Very useful Delta V tool map here. Oh, cool! Oh, yeah, that is very useful. Wait, is Kerbal the name of the sun? I didn't even know that. Wow, there are a lot of moons at Jool. I did not know that either. Lathe, Tylo, Pole, Vol, and Bop. I did not know that there were that many. Let's go to Lathe. Anywho, refuel first, then go to Jool. That thing's going very slow, so we should probably be able to just... Oh, it's going. It's actually, if I'm burning at the at a shitty spot. Okay. You know what? It's probably going to be cheaper to try to actually get this. I honestly don't know. Is it going to be cheaper to try to get this Lazy is one of the ones with the oxygen atmosphere, so you could fly. Oh, I could fly a plane there. Kerbal is an unofficial name. I don't think everybody uses the game says sun. Oh, okay. I'm thinking maybe what we just do is do it in several burns. Actually, wow. Because of the high gravity here, it is going to be more expensive than I expected. No matter what. Wait, the node's off by 7 degrees? Oh, no. I fucked up that maneuver there. It's not off by 7 degrees. I was like, what the fuck? I just spent like 400 or 500 diddles to diddle it. Yeah, if we try... Oh, what the fuck? What's going on here? I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm accidentally grabbing, like, multiple nodes. Well, I still got the Xenon engines I could utilize to make this work. Oh, it's raining. Just remember, we have to stop. I love the rain. Some KSP players, you're not a. Some would say you're not a true KSP player too. You've launched both a plane and a boat to Lathe. Well, I mean, as of the start of this playthrough, I had never been to anything more, crazier than Duna. I've done the moon, I've done Minimus, and I've done Duna, but not Ike, and that's all I had done by the time we had started this. But now I'm a much more competent player now than I was like 8 weeks ago when I started playing this. Getting closer. I'm not really getting a nice intercept, though, is the thing. Oh, that's pretty close. 800 to get there, though. That's ugly. It's going to leave me a few hundred and then the ion engines left. How many hours do I have on this now? Let's see here. Steam. I can tell you how many technically I have, but it's going to be a lot of idle time on it. Steam has me locked in at about 700 hours, 760 hours. But that's a lot of idle time. I've never been to Jool. So far I have done Moon, Minmus, Duna, Ike, Eve, and Gilly. Everything else is... I've never done an asteroid capture either. Like I said, a lot of that's idle time. Like yesterday, I was messing around with this last night, and then I just went to bed and left it running in overnight. We're close. Inclination's good, so we just gotta mess around with the doodles a little. And I want to do it with smaller amounts of speed. Because we could do it, well, I mean, that's not that much more. The problem is the velocity, the intercept velocity. And then, kind of want to get it. Oh shit! No, that's the wrong thing. Yeah. That's kind of what I wanted right there. Very close. Oh, there we go. 800. That leaves me 200 for braking and then the ion engines. If you're up for a challenge, try Jool's Moon Grand Tour for your first mission there. What is that going to be, like a gravity assist on every single one and just slalom through them? It's a 7-minute burn. This will be fine. Yeah, and then we'll adjust on route. After we do this, we'll make sure that we don't actually litho brake. And I'm not mixing up aero brake and litho brake today like I did yesterday, like a derp. Land on all 5 with a single mission. Oh, yeah. That sounds cool. Because I really like doing, like, multi-purpose missions. I don't like sending out missions for one, just to do one thing. What I like to do is send out missions that are designed to do multiple things or to be reusable, that kind of stuff. Oh, my back. And for those of you who have been wondering about the hurricane, because I get a lot of questions every day, last projection doesn't have it having it skirting up the coastline and not actually making landfall in Florida. It would mean moderate winds and a lot of rain, but it would also mean not getting a direct hit by a Category 4 hurricane. Hey, bud, what are you so needy for? You could come up here. Come on up. Come on, buddy. Buddy! Buddy! No, you gotta jump up yourself. Come here, Beaksy Bear. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Yeah, come here. Yeah, come on. Yeah. I got a cat. Built a spacecraft in orbit. Yeah, I've done that. Also, is Category 4 strong? Yes, it only goes up to Category 5. And it's basically based on the, oh shit, we're not facing the correct direction. Based on the wind speed. So Category 4, I think, is 130 miles an hour wind speeds, I think. Can't remember off the top of my head. And this hurricane is really large now, and really, like, it's quite wide, and it's really slow moving. So that means that when it starts dumping water and winds on an area, it dumps it on it for a long time. Yeah, so we'll just let this go. What are we working on today? Right now we sent a fuel processing station to Gilly. And now what we're going to do is we're flying our spaceship to Gilly to refuel, to get the fuel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to head off, once we top her off, we're going to head over to Jool. You've got such a big cat butt. What's 130 miles an hour in kilometers an hour? Is it 2.2 or something? Is it? No, it's not that much. That's pounds to kilograms. What did I say? 250? We'll just say 250 kilometers an hour? Something like that? I don't know, I'm guessing. And, like, even with, I'll put this on physics warp. Even with us not getting a direct hit, the hurricane, without it hitting the coastline, the hurricane still covers the entire state. 200, about 210? Gotcha. There we go. Yeah, so right now, this is just burning to get our big old spacecraft to Gilly to make refueling easy. Then we refuel her and we send her to Jool. But this rain is most likely completely unrelated to the hurricane. This is probably just a normal Florida thunderstorm. It's remarkably stable given the fact that it has unequal, like, mass distribution. Kilos per hour. It's how many kilos of fuel you need to use to move it 1 mile in an hour. That's kilos per hour. I know we get made fun of for using the imperial system, but it's still better than what the British do. The British use imperial, metric, and ancient Germanic, like, nonsense. Like the stone. Because I looked up what a stone, you know, what a stone conversion, and what I found was that, the funny thing about a stone is that a stone weight is different based on what you're measuring. So a stone of one type of one unit of you know like grain is different than a stone of like corn or something like that. Is it possible to land on the star? No, I'm pretty sure you would burn up far before you got there. It does produce heat. And we do not have our intercept, which means we are going to need to adjust ever so slightly. So we'll just add on a maneuver here in front of us. And we'll see what we need to do. That'll do the trick. Let's actually focus on Gilly. Make sure we're not hitting it. No, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna need to use the ion engines to slow down though. Couple heat shields and land on the dark side of the star. There you go. I don't know how close you can get though before the heat would blow you up. I've not tried that. I've not sent a probe into the sun before. And given what we know, we should just be able to. Really thought I'd be able to get it, but just by doing a little burn there. Or maybe not. All right, we'll fix that. That's further away. 190. We need smaller increments. Wait, that's an intercept right there. All right, burn time. 1 second. Warp to next maneuver. Hey, Ben, chat, have I heard that Homeworld 3 was announced? Someone in chat in my Discord told me yesterday. I saw that, and I'm excited. Because I'm a big fan of Homeworld. Didn't like the second one as much, but I definitely liked the first one a lot. I love the first Homeworld. I have the remastered edition, but unfortunately it doesn't work for me. For some reason, whenever I try to play it, the textures don't work. Perfect. I'm gonna, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop before we get to Gilly. No, we'll be okay. We're not going that fast. Yeah, for several, like, the remastered edition just visually doesn't work. I don't know what it is. It just, the textures don't work. All right, retrograde. Up here. Yeah, we're good. Kind of in a we're kind of in a polar orbit. Might not be the easiest thing in the world to actually hit with the Ascent vehicle, but it should be fine. Nice and cheap, too. Because Gilly has basically no gravity. There she is right there, on the butt. David the No Mate. And I think we'll have enough. We got 200. Yeah, we'll have enough. I'm not gonna worry about getting this into a nicer orbit. I'll just hit the orbit. I'll hit this orbit with this guy. And we'll be fine. It'll be pretty easy. It's having a little trouble keeping the stability assist on retrograde, but that's okay. Negatize. Negatize. There she blows. How slow do I have to be going to capture? Jesus Christ. Thing's barely moving. I think what's gonna happen is it's gonna go whoosh, like really fast. Yep, there it goes. And whoosh, real fast. There we go. That's actually an accidental polar orbit. There we go. There we go. I just thought of a challenge, but it's a little too late. That would have been to send the refueling ship to dock on an escape trajectory. Oh, see, I think I'm going to need to make 2 or 3 journeys, so I would have to... Because this bad boy has a huge fuel tank. I think it's going to need at least 2 goes to fill it up. Where is she? Here we go. Oh, no, we don't want that. We want to switch to. There we go. So we're going to want to make sure she's topped off before we send her to Jool. Binks, you are just so needy today. You spent like this whole stream in my lap today. Or on my desk, or at my feet. He's just sitting in my lap, purring his little fat butt off. Uh-oh. Oh, I loaded in and we started bopping around a little. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. We're okay. We can just carry, yeah, we just carry the rocks up. We just gather up a bunch of rocks in our hands and we jump up there. Like, this thing's got liquid fuel and oxidizer, let's say 10,000. It'll take 2 trips. Kraken returns. Alright, and what we're gonna do is set this as a target. And basically we want to launch ourselves this way. Which direction is that? Am I still sliding? No. What is that? North? So much fun to stream, thanks. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy. Man, look at these guys. They're happy. You know what? Fuck it. We got a lot of wiggle room. Just go up. You can do that with the Kerbal inventory system. Just fill their pockets with rocks. And we're kind of going the right... Not really. We need to rotate a lot. Kind of go in the right direction. I forgot how derpy these Kerbals are. I have no... I gotta see if I can level them up when we dock. Because they have no, like, assists. I'm gonna get a little bit higher. Oh, shit! Oh, right. Really, no, too much. Haven't watched it in a month. You would have been to ELO. I've not been to ELO yet. Too much. Too much. Gilly escape. Pull that back in. Pull that back in, friendos. Yeah, this is a kind of a wonky. See, we wanna rotate this bad boy a little. A little too much. A little too much. Oh yeah, it's a little better. Kind of get it pointing kind of the right direction. Actually, that's a lot better. Actually went a little too far, but not bad, not bad. What I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna bippity boop out here, and then we'll I'm gonna warp. Oh, can't warp out that far. We're gonna physics warp up this way. Not bad, not bad. I mean, we have like 5,000 Delta V on this thing, and it's only gonna cost, what, like 100 or so to actually get an intercept here, so we're fine. Sneeze in the opposite, yeah, just... Alright, let's see, how high are we? 5,000 meters. I think that's enough to speed up, right? Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Why did I just hear an explosion? Just checking to make sure everything's in place still. What just exploded? I think we're... What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? I mean, it looks like... The spaceship looks okay. Okay, so 4,000 Delta V, not 5,000, but still. I... Press F3. What's F3? I have no idea what that does. Gas station 1 crashed into Gilly? What? I don't think it did. Color me confused. I don't see any missing parts. Oh, I got lights on this. How do we turn those on? Yeah, cool. Did I no, I didn't decouple anything. There's no parts of this that are designed to come off. The Kraken has arrived. Yeah, I think we just got Krakened a little. Alrighty. Well, let's just warp up here. We'll make our way to Penelope here and dock and transfer our fuel. Well, we'll transfer most of the fuel over. We're gonna need a little bit left for getting back down, but actually landing on Gilly is very... I could probably do it with just the RCS engines and the monopropellant I keep on me. Oh shit, we're going too far. Too far. I think I clicked on the wrong... No, I think we're okay. No, we're okay. Oh, I should have waited till... I really should have waited till the spacecraft was, you know, here. But what are you gonna do? Too late now. Go ahead in. Just a little bit. Warp right up there. And then what we'll do is we'll correct the inclination and we'll set up a intercept. You fear the... Yeah, fear the Kraken. I gotten Kraken a fair few times in this already. Using pretty minimal thrust right now. Alright, and then what we'll do here is because I'm basically right on top of it, I'll correct for the inclination. Nope, gotta go the other way. It's gotta be very minimal amount of thrust to do that, though. There we go. Burn time 0.01 at full thrust. But that's okay. Oh, it's never too soon for the Kraken. The Kraken loves me. Okay, 0.3 meters per second. I might just pop that now. Because we are really close to it. I'll actually tell it to warp to the next maneuver. And then we'll just give it a little tap. Zero. Good. Okay, now we just need to plot ourselves an intercept. Split the burn 50-50 before and after the node on 0.3 meters per second. We might be able to just wait to save fuel. Well, actually, no, on that next one, it's pretty close. I'm using very, very small increments. Let's see, that's pretty close right there. Oh yeah, 0.1 kilometers at 3.6 meters per second. That's beautiful. And again, only 0.4 meters per... Yeah, refueling at Gilly is super efficient. I love it. Costs less than 100 meters per second to get off, fuck up, correct everything, get our intercept. The real test here, though, is how much fuel will the Penelope spacecraft have after docking. After we dock and transfer the fuel over and process the rest of the ore that we've got inside there, how much do we got on there? How many? I think it'll only take one more trip. Prefer Minmus. Well, I mean, we're not at Minmus. I have a refueling station in Minmus too, but you gotta leave Kerbin at some point. You gotta go do other stuff. Look at that burn time. Which means I might use the RCS tanks for this. Might not even use the engines. In this situation, we were at Eve, so we used Gilly to refuel. Flying back to Kerbin to refuel wasn't an option. Wasn't a good option. So here we are. Minimus is basically Kerbin's gate to ever. Yeah, we actually did was we built our mining base at the moon, and then decided that it wasn't efficient enough and moved it to Minmus. We pushed the whole space station over there. Nah, I'll use the regular engines. And I'll use RCS to tweak. Pretty good. Zero. That's what you want to see on an intercept. Zero. Totally approve of that decision. Oh, it was a good idea. Because I called it the ore Ascent transfer vehicle. The guy that went down, picked up the ore and went back up, just wasn't efficient enough at the moon because it used like 40% of its fuel to get down and back up, which meant I just needed to make so many more trips to refuel a spaceship. Come on, Gilly, you bitch. Zoom faster. And look, yeah, we haven't even touched the tanks. Elo is frozen. Oh, that sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. Everybody's looking forward to KSB2 as well, right? Yeah? Yeah. I'm super looking forward to the Ion Drive, or the Orion Drive. Which is just, if you don't know what an Orion Drive is, it's fucking stupid is what it is. Alright, because they showed the Orion Drive in the promo stuff, and they definitely showed it in the screenshots. Should have called it the Ascent transfer ship. Oh, that is better. Oats. Oats. We gotta think of stuff like that in the future. That is definitely better. You have one in KSP. Wait, are there mods for you to make an Orion Drive in this? Hang on, F4. That's retrograde to target. So that means my nose should be pointing at him. We're not close enough yet? Distance 1,000. I should be able to see it. Yes, I could just rename it, that's true. Oh, there it is. Oh, I hit F5, I think. Orion Drive. But the gist of it is you put a really big, like, metal, hardened metal plate at the back end of your spaceship, and then you drop small nuclear explosives out the back, and, like, rapidly, like, every few seconds. So you've got nuclear explosions going off behind you, and the force of the nuclear explosion behind you pushes the plate and shoves the ship forward. It's insane. Practically, physically, it's been tested with conventional explosives and does work. But it's fucking insane. This is gonna work. Although, remember, we theoretically got to 0 distance on this. I want to make sure we don't slam into it. Oh, she's beautiful. Yes, KSB2 does have interstellar travel. We're gonna want to get to about 100 and then slow down. Yeah, we actually did that. That does look like an actual hit. Like an actual zero distance. All right, there we go. So now what we need to do, let's switch over here. Control from here. And where is she? There she is. There, set as target. Aim at target. Colonies, multiplayer, interstellar travel. It's got a lot of cool stuff coming. Wouldn't quite cut it for interstellar travel. Well, theoretically, it would be fine for interstellar travel, as long as you have enough small nuclear weapons. Oh yeah, it would take a while. I have no idea how they plan interstellar travel. No idea. I hope life support's a thing, though. I hope life support's is base game a thing. All right, let's turn that off so I can actually see what I'm doing. Set as target. And we're going to want to make sure that's on stability assist, so it's not just... So it's wibbling a little bit, but that's okay. All right. This is the smaller craft, so we'll go from here. It's not Hoi 4 of KSB. I hope not. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be, but again, remember, it is not made by the same people. They are involved to an extent, but it is not made by the same people. Oh man, I do not have a good visualization here. Alright, let's just start moving in. Yeah, different dev team, things could go wrong. I like to, I'm trying to stay positive about this. I think it'll be okay. Oh, hang on. These are in the way. I always forget about that. I'll leave them out because I like the way they look. I do a lot of things in this game because I like the way it looks. There we go. Yeah, as long as EA doesn't have its disgusting sticky little fingers on it, I'm relatively happy. Alright, and here we go. I do not have good visualization on the butt. Which is, well, aim the camera there. Well, relatively close here. Yeah, bad visualization. EA, Ubisoft, Activision. They could keep their disgusting little fingers away from my curbs. Yeah, I can fuck right off. Agreed. Do this nice and light. Hold that way. Good. Little up. Little down. Little acquisition force. Little SAS off. RCS off. Smooth. Oh my god, does the spacecraft ever look cooler with that on the nose, too? That thing looks even cooler with this monstrosity taped to its front end. I love it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the two biggest tanks, because those hold most of the juice. And what we are going to do is transfer into... We're going to do the smaller ones first and see where we stand. Line up the yellow circles and the pink circles and the orange dot that are coming in and lines up perfectly. Oh, I know. I just like to kind of eyeball it myself because that doesn't take into account like rotation off the angle, because you could be coming in at terrible angles and still have those dots on. So I like to, right at the end, I like to eyeball it just in case I need to, adjust for any of that. You know what I should do is not bother putting oxidizer in these. Let's just Ooh, no, that's not right. Let's start with this one, because that's... Oh, that's a lot of liquid fuel. No mods. This is 100% vanilla. Hey, what? You just left me, and now you're coming back. What's up with you, cat? You can jump on up, but you have to do the jumping yourself. Come on. Buddy. Come on. Oh, he's a big bear. Hi, buddy. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now he's happy. Now he's happy. Stop scratching his butt. He loves butt scritchers. Yeah, we're gonna need to make a couple trips, but that's okay. The anti-cat stick. Oh yeah, if it, anybody who was watching the early part of this cat jumped on my keyboard and killed a Kerbal. The dangle on the angle doesn't match the doodle. Exactly. There we go. We still have fuel. I mean, there's still a lot of fuel in these tanks. And we need minimal fuel to actually do the thingy there. So we'll probably transfer most of these out. The little Binksy bear. Who's the little cute man? Paws are disgusting. Well, I would say his butt is disgusting, but, you know, whatever. And I don't remember. Are these fuel? These are fueled. We disabled the cross feed. Oh, no, but maybe not on this one. I think we did, but just not in time. So here, let's fuel this bad boy up. That's the lander. We're gonna fuel up all the stuff. You're a big cat. You're a big cat. You're so cute. What's the mission and status? Right now we are at Eve. Well, technically we're at... Where the fuck's Gilly? I lost Gilly. Guys, I lost Gilly. There it is. Technically we're at Gilly. This is my interplanetary spaceship. This is my mobile refueler. So we are currently refueling at Gilly, and the next stop is to send this bad boy to Jool and his doodles. Because I have not been to Jool yet, so it's going to be a mighty interesting mission. Oh, you know what we can do as well? Here. Expand radiator. Let's top off the monopropellant, because we do have a little bit of ore on here. Let's top off the monopropellant tanks on this on all stations. Good. And then what we'll do is we will switch this from monopropellant to liquid fuel. Stop monopropellant, just make liquid fuel. There's a little bit of ore left, might as well process it. Yes, oh, if you think about it too much, animals are disgusting, yes. But they're so cute. Penelope is just the cutest dog in the world. It's not that bad. We actually almost have it half filled. And that's including the big-ass tanks on the lander. So I'll just let it process liquid fuel from the remainder ore. That also lightens the load, because that means I don't have to haul the ore around. There's not a lot of ore, but might as well process it. Now there's cat hair on my face. But the way in terms of the grossness of animals, I've worked at Disney for years. Humans are far more disgusting than animals. Humans are far more disgusting than animals. You haven't lived until you've seen a grown adult walk over to a bush and take a dump in it. An animal knows to go to the bathroom in the correct spot. Or like I've seen plenty of instances of people just pissing off of the top deck of the Liberty Bell, the boat that goes around the rivers of America or whatever it was. Just piss off of the top deck into the river. Or shit and piss into a bag and then just throw it out of the ride. Just throw it over the side of the ride and leave it on like the alley for someone to grab. Hey, the real Venon. Ahoy hoy. You haven't lived until you've worked at Disney. Once somebody got sick to their stomach during they had a puke during a ride.
Hello there.
And instead of just like puking into the ride vehicle, they puked over the side of the ride vehicle while it was running and in the ride vehicle. So instead of it just being, you know, like this little mess to clean up, they had to shut the whole ride down for hours because the person puked through the entire ride instead of just in one spot. It was awful. I didn't have to fucking clean it up. I wasn't custodial. All right. Let's see. How are you? Look good, right? You're good. You're good. How's my little probe? Little probe's good. Monopropellant tanks are full. This bad boy's only got a little bit of juice in him. This bad boy is full. That one's partially full. This one's probably half full. Almost half full. Can pull this in. Most of the fuel in these can be transferred out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna transfer all of it out and then just put a tad bit back in. Just to make sure it's even. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap that one. This is career mode, with, I call it Iron Kerbal mode. No save scumming. Zero save scumming. All missions, all launches are final. Binks, what are you doing? My cat's going nuts. The second you hit that button and turn on those solid rocket boosters, that mission is going. Once Space Mountain shut down for some reason when I was riding it, they turned on all the lights and had to push us through the ride. Yeah, Space Mountain is a death trap. Space Mountain is a death trap. That ride shuts down every fucking day. I think we'll just leave it at this. It's about half full. It's about half full. If you're ever at Disney and the ride shuts down, 95% chance it was because of one of you guys. 5% chance mechanical difficulties. 95% chance it was a guest doing something stupid. So if you're ever like at an amusement park and like you go to ride a ride and it's shut down and you're like, it fucking sucks, I want to yell at this person about it. Yeah, it was one of the guests that shut the ride down, not anything else. Am I fleeing the hurricane? I'm not fleeing the hurricane. Latest projections does not have it hitting me directly, just kind of has it pass by. So I'll be fine. Worst case scenario, I'm out of power a day or two. Okay, now we decouple and go back. Oh shit, you know I forgot to do something. Yes, I do have a lot of oxidizer because we use more liquid fuel than oxidizer. Hang on. Hey, we gotta go back. Hey, so what we're gonna do is, just gotta go. Just gotta reset it. Should be a feature to vent fuel. I wish, you can dump ore, but you cannot vent fuel. Damn it! I gotta go further. No mods. This is completely vanilla. Hugged me while working at Disney. All the fucking time. All the goddamn time. Don't fucking touch me. I'm at work. Don't goddamn touch me. There we go. What I wanted to do was see if I can level those guys up. I think they did. I think they skipped level 1 and 2 and went straight to level 3. Yeah, they skipped level 1 and 2 and went right to 3. Cool. That makes things simpler for me. Now we undock. And now we undock and now we just do it again. Let's push away this time. Yes, I have stability assists now. Woo! And the engineers are a little better too. Let's see. Can repair parachutes, repair landing legs, repair wheels, increase resource converter efficiency, drill efficiency. Yeah, cool. So now what we do is we just set it to retrograde and we go back down to Gilly's. And I gotta remember, try to shoot for the high ground. Docking makes level lows up. Oh, no, you can level up away from Kerbin if you have a mobile processing lab. If you have a mobile processing lab, you have the option to level up the crew. And if they have, normally the only way you level up is when you go back to Kerbin. But if you got one of those, you can do it mid-mission. So the guys piloting this were inexperienced crewmen who have never done anything ever before. I sent them on a very advanced mission, and they launched into orbit. They went into orbit around the sun, then they went into orbit around Eve, and then they went and they landed on Gilly, and then they went back up. So they got a lot of experience doing all that stuff. Okay, just give myself a little bit of a push here with these engines, just to get away from you, and see if that's going to put us down somewhere. That's pretty good. We want to shoot for the high ground. That's a pretty high ground right there. Oh, but it's rotating. Oh, my high ground left me. Oh, yeah, and docking around Gilly. We did that, too. Why didn't I transfer all the fuel? I need some fuel to land. And then get back. And I want to make sure I have enough. I know that's way more than I need. I just like to leave myself some wiggle room. I like wiggle room. There's still some high-ish ground we're going to be heading right towards. Right about there. But basically the lowlands, there's no ore, and the highlands, there is ore, so. Let's see. We're at about 4,000 meters up right now. Yeah, so I'm thinking trying to land over on this area is going to be better. Yeah, way more than I need, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm safe. Better safe than sorry, especially in this game. Or, if you guys want some, like, the best Disney horror stories is the Night of Joy. I'm gonna have to physics warp. Night of Joy is when the park is closed. Magic Kingdom is closed to all but a very large number of Christian church groups. Yep. So there's nothing but tens of thousands of unmonitored 16-year-olds in the park. Semen just everywhere. Everywhere. Just, oh, that's another fun thing about Disney. Every single surface, someone's had sex on. Every surface at Disney, someone has had sex on. Every ride vehicle, every flat surface, every prop, everybody's had sex on everything at that place. Put that out there. Yeah, this is gonna be, because I want to get the highest spot, which is gonna be, like, down this way. So we're just gonna have to wait a little bit. What the fuck is this? I worked at Disney for a number of years. I still live in Orlando. I worked at Disney for a lot of years, and, people generally liked the Disney rants.
Oh, won't somebody please
The Disney rants are great. I spent most of my time at the Haunted Mansion, when I was dressed up like a butler and whatnot. And the Haunted Mansion is like the spooky ride at Disney. And something that for some reason, I know all the old people who have been around my channel for a while know this story, but anybody new might find this one interesting. People like to have their ashes dumped at the Haunted Mansion because the story of the Haunted Mansion is that there's 999 ghosts there. And then the people are like, well, if you dump me there, I will be the 1000th ghost and I will fill out the doodle. But the problem is that we can't just have unregulated human remains sitting around in the ride. So we call it, it's called a code grandma. If you see someone dumping human remains at the Haunted Mansion, you call it a code grandma. And we have a special vacuum cleaner that is a backpack. And it looks just fucking like the Ghostbusters backpack. So like a custodial person with a Ghostbusters backpack comes in and they vacuum up grandma and then they just throw her away. I think we're looking pretty good here. A little bit further. Or if they do it someplace outside, if they dump the human remains outside, generally what we do is we just kind of like kick some dirt or some, you know, because they'll do it in like a planter, you know, like an area where there's greenery. We'll just kick some like wood chips over it and wait for it to rain and just wash grandma down the drain. All right, we're in a good spot. So we'll just need to tap. Oh, we're going the wrong way. We just accidentally tapped ourselves into an ejection burn. Yeah, so either grandma just gets thrown away with the plastic cups and the half-eaten Mickey bars, or she gets washed away into a storm drain. Kept bouncing across the landscape. Oh yeah, I've had that happen. So we're kind of shooting for like over here. And this is gonna work out pretty well. It's beautiful. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, Walt's spinning in his fucking grave. If Walt knew what happened to his company and his parks, he'd be spinning in his fucking grave. Perfect. Don't you have a sign that says please don't dump grandma here? Unfortunately, we don't have a no dumping grandma's ashes. People keep dumping ashes. Yeah, they do it at Disneyland and Disney World. I live in Orlando, so for me it's Disney World. Disneyland is a much smaller park. All right. Turn those lights on just because I like the way they look. And we'll just we're 600 meters up. We'll just time warp a little bit here. Am I landing gear low enough? Yes. This is the second time I'm landing this guy, so he's cool. A little bit of a slope here. Let's hope that's not a problem, but we're not getting out. Oh, I forgot to transfer the science over from the last landing. We don't need the lights on, but I like them. Hey, Sathor! How goes it? Goes well.
Morning, Ben. How goes?
Also, Sathor, how come whenever there's a war crime in Arma, you always think it's me? That's not the first time I've seen you go, yeah, it was definitely Ben who committed that war crime. No. They call me Benjamin War Crimes Magnus when I'm playing EU4. For the win gaming. Thanks for the diddly. My cat's back again. Experience? I've never committed a war crime in that game. It's never been me. A little lateral motion here, but that's okay. See ya, Totem Wolf. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, the cat, he's sitting right next to me, staring at me like, why are you not paying attention to me? Oh, and he's in my lap again. Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of roly-poliness here. A little bit of bouncy-wouncy. Uh-oh. 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 Retract solar paddle. Retract solar paddle. Retract solar paddle. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Oh god, we gotta put it on the surface. This is fine. This is fine. I just can't, those can't be snapped off. You just shoving stuff. Don't forget about the sexual abuse of you. Yeah, there's a, Disney princesses used to be about 16 years old. Disney doesn't allow 16-year-olds to be princesses anymore because they were getting sexually harassed too much. Because if you sexually harass a 16-year-old, it's a lot worse than if you sexually harass an 18-year-old. Worst case scenario, I still have fuel cells, yes. And I should be able to technically repair them, I think. Like, I've gotten, like, people getting sexually harassed and punched at Disney happens all the time. The way Disney handles that is they go, you're not pressing charges, right? Because that might accidentally cost you your job if you press charges, right? So, basically, if somebody sexually harasses a 16-year-old, they don't get to decide. The state gets to decide if there's going to be a lawsuit or criminal charges or anything like that. But if it's an adult, Disney basically just strong arms you into not pressing charges. Because I know people who have been fired because they said, no, I'm pressing charges. And Disney went, well, you're fired. All right, deploy everything. Start the drill. Start the other drill. Start the fuel processing facility. And she's good. I feel like when you make a miner and the drills don't reach the ground. We tested that out. Yeah, there's a little bit of clipping there, which I hate. I hate that, but I didn't notice it when I built the thing. Yeah, I'm getting... Oh. Email. Little tiny bit of clipping there. Stream delay approximately 9 seconds. It's 3 seconds, actually. I don't blame you for being a little off on that, though. Most people don't fully, unless you like really into editing stuff, you know, like when you're doing shit like this and you're actually seeing, you know, fractions of a second move frame by frame. Most people don't really fully realize how long a second is. Why is this? Did I accidentally hit the wrong button there? I must have. My phone's distracting me, and then chat, and then ranting about Disney. All right. Start. There we go. There we go. Okay. She should be good, though. And then we'll turn this on as well. So when the sun goes down, we're fine. And then we go. It always seems like a 10-second delay. Well, like I said, most people don't fully understand what a second is unless you've done it. It's about 7 to 8. It's not. It's 3. It's a hardware setting on my side. It takes 9 seconds for it to appear on the stream. Okay, well it doesn't appear immediately when you say something in chat and when it appears on the stream stream. Oh, oxidizer is full, yeah. So there's a delay between when you type in chat and when it goes through all the systems and actually appears on the screen above me, because there's a delay when I see it in chat and when it pops up there too. So you're adding on just lag between the programs into the actual stream delay too. Oh, we gotta slow this down. Because it kind of like slowly like whoop, whoop. Stop that. Just liquid fuel. There we go. Binks, you are so cute. He's on my desk right now. super fast now with the level 3 engineer. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's done this once. Yeah, the actual stream delay is a setting that I could personally control, and it's set to 3 seconds. But, like, for when you type in Twitch chat, you know, it goes through Twitch, and then it goes to my bot, and then my bot processes it for the encoding software, and then the encoding software does have a little, like there's like a little lerp where it goes in there, so there's a couple steps between when it's typed in chat and when it actually appears above my head there. Not bad at all. This thing is working. Good view, too. Probably turn those lights off. They're not exactly necessary. Nice rules. I keep it simple here. Otherwise, people are dicks. It's basically the same rule. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. Oh, no. This is fine. This is fine. Oh, no. They're not mining anymore. This is fine. We'll just float right back down. I just misclicked. I meant to hit the lighting group, and I hit the gear group. We'll turn the lights back on. Alright, this is fine. Just turn that drill back on.
Everything's perfectly alright now. We're fine. We're all fine here.
Still bouncing a little. Come on! This is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. I think it's actually fine. There we go. Don't panic. This is the perfect time to panic. Okay, I think we're okay now. So let's just top her off. Oh, you know what? Are did the fuel cells turn off? Why are they not producing power? Oh, it's fine. It was off. There we go. Oh, shit. We gotta turn these back on, too. I wish the things would just automatically restart. But they don't. Alright, let's real quickly. Oh, it fucking did it. Oh, wait, no, it's fine. Alright, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Liquid fuel is fueling. You know what? I could use the gear to save some fuel. Just put them down and then back up and rocket myself off a Gilly. It stopped again. Ran out of these just turned off. Alrighty. It's being a little bit of a bitch this time. Yeah, in the oh God, I think what's happening. No, it's on. This was perfectly fine the last time. We had both of them on with the fuel cell before. I'm not sure why it's not working it's not working this time, because it was fine the last time we did this. I just left it on. I think I'll just wait for the sun to come up. That'll make it easier. Oh my God. These guys can wait. They'll be fine. Oh, that might be it. More power with more efficiency. Maybe it's drawing a lot more juice in because it's going faster now. That could be it. I mean, that makes sense to me. All right, get that liquid fueled. But that's okay. It's only a slight inefficiency in terms of micromanagement. If I pay attention to it, it'll be fine. Alrighty, and liquid fuel done. I'm gonna turn this off. Stop. Monopropellant. Fill the monopropellant tanks. That'll be nice and quick. And then again, stop. And then we'll fill the ore tanks. And then we'll go back up. Did I lose a battery? No, I want to say it's probably that efficiency thing. That makes sense to me, at least. I thought it would take 2 to 2.5 loads to fully fuel up my doodle. And so we're going to go ahead and get another intercept. And see how this works. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to try this gear thing. Well, they do not come... they do not retract at the same speed, do they? We can bring these back. All right, and gear. Push. Ah. Not very good. Just bought the game looking for gameplay tips. My number one gameplay tip is learn how to dock correctly as soon as possible. Because that makes complex missions way easier to work with. Alright. Where is she? Here she is. This target. So we want to go down. So that's what? Gonna be this way? Want to rotate this around a little? Because I spent way too much time not learning, not being able to dock, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. Being able to dock correctly made things so much easier to work with. Because then you can build complex spaceships in orbit. You can do multi-stage missions like the Apollo missions, which were super cool. All right, now we're gonna go up a little. Just using the slightest tap on these engines. We're gonna need to adjust our doodle a lot here, but again, it's gonna be really easy. Still in the tutorials. The tutorials are very helpful. They're very nice. Yeah, we're gonna push that a little further out, and then I'm just gonna warp here. Oh, I got a because I'm so low on Gilly, I got a physics warp. Tap Z then X. Oh no, I'm tapping Shift then X. I'm using the tiniest bit. I'm using the like 1% thrust, not 100%. 1% thrust is enough for Gilly. That's where we're going. I think we just have to get above 3,000 and then we're okay. Yeah. I'll actually get into an orbit and then we'll correct the inclination. We'll set up an intercept here, which shouldn't be too hard. Again, it's Gilly, super low, super low gravity, so it's not going to be a problem. My cat is just knocking shit off my desk. Yes, you are very handsome, you little fatty. Warp faster, you son of a bitch. Go to 100%, might push Gilly. I actually asked people if you could move Gilly. Unfortunately, I was told that the everything other than the asteroids are kind of fixed in place. You know, they're on their orbits and they're not going to ever move. All right, so we'll just correct this. That Eve is so cool looking. Why is burning prograde pivoting my... Oh, you know why? Because prograde for me... I need to get closer to my apoapsis here. Yep, I was on my target, that's why. I had this set wrong. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? This isn't right. A, I needed to be closer to my apoapsis, and B, I was on target. So both those things were having me not going in the correct direction. and messing up my orbit. But that's okay. We'll fix it. Woo! Just move that out there a little bit. Hey! Actually, not as far off as I expected. Here, let's go to let's correct our terrible inclination now, which again is gonna be pretty cheap. Now I'm ejecting myself into space though. So, slow down a little bit too. Hey, we accidentally almost have an intercept there. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. That's accidentally an intercept. That's accidentally almost an intercept. It's close enough. Can't mine asteroids. I think you can't. Can't you mine asteroids? I thought that was like part of the purpose of asteroids being in the game is that you can mine them. Although I am not talking from experience in any way. That's just the way I thought it worked because I've never been to an asteroid. Accidentally almost have an intercept there. You can definitely mount. I thought you could. We might be able to alter this ever so slightly. Here, let's oh, it's already on like a very slight amount. Oh, that's actually pretty close as is. .7 kilometers at 2.3 distance. That's not bad at all. All right, a burn of 0.6 seconds. You can mine asteroids. Are there mods to make them more useful? I'm sure that there's a million and one mods. Like I said before, this is no mods though, so I'm working with just base game here. That's where we're going. Alright, this is gonna be a tricky one. Ah! There we go. Not bad. Alright, now we want it on target. Target speed will be pretty minimal. It's Gilly. Twitch has stopped recommending Ninja and All A to me. I know Ninja. I don't know All A, but then again, I'm a crotchety old man who doesn't know, like, pop culture things. I don't play Fortnite, though, so Ninja's not my thing. You know, strategy games. Okay, so then we'll just, Whip. Nice. And then, just, correct for the distance. Don't know All A. Nope. Or is it All Alley? Alley A. Sorry. No, I don't. .1, that's pretty good. How old am I? I'm 32. But I have the heart of an 80-year-old. We're gonna be. I'm gonna have to. We're not going fast enough to actually have it do this manually or automatically, so we're just gonna have to go retrograde ourselves. And we're pretty close here. We'll be able to see it definitely, but I just want to make sure we cut that down to nothing, and then we'll dock. Can you reply? I've seen 5-inch flop. I have personally used, I think it was 11.25-inch floppy disks. I have personally used those in my life. Not just the like the 4-inch diskettes, the 11, I think it was 11.25. I don't remember the dimensions. The really big floppy disks, not the diskettes. I'm old enough to know the difference between a floppy disk and a diskette. There we go. Where is she? Oh, hey, look, there it is. Well, what do you know? Control from here. Point at target for me. Control from here. Set as target. Yes, that's why we got the old Mad Magnus emoji. Why'd you stop pointing at my doodle? Friend. Docked while spinning at 68 RPM? No, I can't say I have. I've docked in some pretty wonky scenarios before, but not spinning crazily. There we go. Beautiful. Why am I docking from the ass? I've got nodes on both sides. I honestly I think it was because I had anticipated grabbing the ScanSat edition and putting it back on the nose, but I can dock from the nose. I don't have anything attached to it, so at the moment, so it's fine. And then we'll just put it on docking mode. The camera locked the way I like it. Oh yeah, docking without the target is a lot. That's why a docking earlier is a lot harder, because they don't have the stability assist. It's doable, it's just, it's a little more manual finagling. Gotta finagle more. Nope, nope, nope. We don't actually, we don't want it to do that. I want to just turn on the RCS thrusters and here, give it a little slow down and a little diddly. It's not that much harder without the. It's just it's the target controls make it easier, but it's not that much. It's not really that much harder. It's just a little bit more finagly, because you just got to get close and then eyeball it. And I got pretty good at eyeballing it. Also, making sure that the attraction force is where you want it is a good tip too. Sometimes you want that docking force real low. Sometimes you want it real high. Perfect. Doesn't look nearly as cool docking from the front, though, is the thing. So there's a little bit of style points if you dock it butt-wise. It doesn't have as good, like, visual lines, of course, but docking it butt-end. Alright, so let's go ahead and, first things first. Transfer the bulk into the liquid tank here. I hate the way the visual shifts when the center of mass shifts, because that I've had that lead to cracking before. Well finagled. Well, thank you. Awesome spaceship, dude. Thank you very much. This is actually the second, because the spaceship stops right here. This is the fueler, this is the spaceship, so everything that, you know, well, my camera's reversed, so that way is the spaceship. And we flew this to Duna, and then flew it back to Kerbin, and we replaced the front, and we replaced the back to be, like, I replaced the front to be able to dock on, because before there was a communication satellite there, and replace the back with a more efficient engine section, which is just kind of cool looking if you ask me. All right, so this is nearly full. This one's full. This one's full. That one's nearly full. So know what I'm going to do again is we are just going to... The only thing I don't like about it is that I did not check for clipping. These clip through the satellites here, and I hate that. I know it doesn't physically make any difference on the game. I just like... I don't like clipping things into other things because I feel like it's a little cheaty. Liquid fuel. And just tell it to process the ore. Now, a lot of that empty tanks right here is just this. Okay, so that's done now. Take this off. Stop. That should be full now. It is not. Tis nearly. What? Oh, is this a fuel tank? Oh, fuck, that's a fuel tank. I never transferred the fuel out of this one the last time. I thought that was just a spacer. I forgot my own design. Shit. Well, fuck me. I thought that was just a structural unit. I forgot how my own design works. Okay. Well, there we go. Long-term goals for this mission. Well, we've done what we need to do at Eve, so this should be the last. I think 2 should be enough to refuel this whole bad boy. And then we're sending her to Jool, and we're going to explore Jool and all the Jool moons. So everything, I think she's fully fueled now. Huh. This gives me a terrible idea. It's a and for those who are new here, it is a multi-purpose ship. It's got a one-man lander. It's got an unmanned probe. We sent the other one down to Gilly. No getting it off of there. So we still got an unmanned probe. And then this is my escape hatch. This is a vessel that is designed just to jump into if things go completely tits up. Are there more planets after Jool? Yes. There's Elo. So this is Jool. There's also Elo. And I have not been to Dress yet. Oh shit, that just zoomed me all the way back in. And I have not yet been to Moho. So probably what we'll do in the next couple streams, we'll do Jool and its moons, then refuel there, go to Elo, refuel there, and then go to Dress. And then we'll basically be done and we'll start a new series with a ton of mods on and more difficulty. We visited about half the things, but now that we've got all of the we've got the entire infrastructure done, we have a mobile fuel processing facility. We don't have to go back to Kerbin, and we don't have to build anything new. In theory, we could do it all with this crew and with these these ships. There shouldn't be anything else here. Nope, they're fine. What I was thinking of doing is, now that this is fully fueled, I mean, there's still fuel in this bad boy, and these are all basically full too, because the mobile fuel processing lab is designed to basically just follow the spacecraft there to get back. The Delta V doesn't really matter because it's got a mobile fuel processing lab, so you just get the fuel from wherever it goes. And even if it didn't, we can just, I have a design for a very cheap unmanned tanker that can get to basically anywhere in the solar system. So if I ever do run into a situation where she's stuck and I can't refuel her, I have a tanker. It costs like 80,000 ducats, so it's really cheap. And it has enough Delta V to get anywhere in the space station with enough fuel to get enough fuel into this to get her going again. I'm thinking, because what I was going to do is fly this to Jool and then fly this to Jool. There's no reason to do them separately. There is absolutely no reason to do them separately. I could do them together. I think for style points, what I'll probably do is undock this, flip it around, and put it back on the way that looks cool. And do one more landing. I'll do one more landing and top off our fuel tanks because I did empty the biggest one, basically. This one's like, what? That one's empty too, and then this one has a little bit of fuel left in it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to land her one more time. I'm going to completely top off all fuel tanks, and then I'm going to fly these to Jool docked together. Because this thing is completely symmetrical in all ways. So it's not going to give the spacecraft an uneven weight distribution. It's not going to shift its center of mass off from the central point. So she should be perfectly stable to move. And considering no matter what, we're moving the same amount of weight. No, wait. Wait. Now I'm not so sure. That's the engine section right there for this. I don't know what now I'm not so sure. I built an engine section. What is the goal of the ship? To visit everything. Visit everything, land on everything, science from everything. We've done about half the solar system. Because that right there is the engine section for this, the interplanetary engine section. I built it, and now I'm just like, fuck it. Should I just leave it here? I'm not so sure. It was designed that I would redock with that, and that would push me from one system to the next. It's got 2 Wolfhund engines on it. I don't know why I pronounce it Wolfhund. So it's a relatively efficient design, but this is still a more efficient design. And it would increase the fuel capacity of the spaceship by a lot. By several thousand, let's say, liters of liquid fuel. I think we'll go with that. I think what I'll do is I'll leave the mobile fuel refinery docked to the front of this thing, and I'll move them there together. I think that's what we'll do. Let's see, what time is it? Do I have time to do any more? No, I've only got 10 minutes left in the stream, and the next step would be going to Jool, which is going to take a little while because I've never done that before, so I don't know exactly what positions the orbits need to be in. You can grab this when completing fueling. Grab this. What are we talking about? If you're talking about that, it doesn't have a docking port on the other end. Ooh, no. Oh, there is one thing I need to do before I leave, though. I gotta get the ScanSat back. That's easy, though. The ScanSat is easy to get back. That's orbiting Gilly right now. Somewhere nearby. Top. Oh, I'm gonna call you Top. Thanks for the dilly. Good time to ask what times I usually stream. The schedule is always posted. Blip. Wait. My stream deck's not working. There it is, in Discord. I stream at 8 a.m. on Saturdays and Fridays and Saturdays, so that my Oceanic crowd can view. But most of the time, it's in the early afternoons. So it's 8 a.m., then like 2 p.m., 2 p.m., 2 p.m., 2 p.m. 8 a.m., 8 a.m., 2 p.m., 2 p.m., 2 p.m., 2 p.m. I know. And but the schedule is always posted in Discord every Sunday. I make sure it's updated every Sunday. And if you go down below the player, it'll show you what's up. Hi. If you just scroll down below the player, there will be a little box there that shows you the stream schedule as well. But I think we're gonna call it a day here. Because I am at the end of my normal scheduled stream time. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm playing a little bit of CK2 with the community, and then we're playing RimWorld in the afternoon. And then Monday I'm playing RimWorld again, and then it's CK2, back to Kerbal. Kerbal's got to be next Kerbal stream though is Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. And it's all my missions are always uploaded to YouTube as well. Hey, and Lothian, thanks for the cheer as well. Thank you for the goodbye cheer there. But thanks for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it. And Friday, we'll go to Jool and see what's there. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.